the party is now waiting for this to be sold out, and they know that the morning of the day it was starting in the campaign today is the day they have to go to a class on getting their adventurer's license. Mm-hmm. Okay.
Don't really like this.
Alright, I'll turn off the music now.
Would you like to start the recording?
Yeah.
Oh, we're going? Okay,
Oh,
perfect.
hi!
Hey,
Hello,
guys!
Alright, so like I said, that's where we're starting. We're going to go with the morning of, and
We have a guest today.
Yeah, we have a special guest player.
Sorry we're not streaming, but
We don't like you.
we're actually in person.
Okay.
No.
Oh, okay,
Actually,
yeah, we just have a guest.
Yeah.
We're streaming today with Haven Kendrick.
Well, that's gonna
Oh my goodness. No. No, please, no.
Alright.
He is a Mech Warrior online streamer. Incredibly fun game. If you're listening, you should totally play. Alright.
I was thinking of getting into it. I was thinking about it because it's free and I'm poor. So
It's
Those go together.
a good reason to play.
welcome to our session, Haven Kendrick.
Is that so weird for you to say?
It's a little weird for me to say.
What is your character's name?
My character's name is Sable.
Sable. Is that so weird for you to say, Sable?
Well, that's not my handle. It's my character's name. My
Yeah, I
handle's
know.
Trixie Sticks.
All right, Trix.
You know what's weird? You know what's weird? Anytime.
Well, saying Trixie Sticks in
Like,
general
I
is
met
just
a
funny.
person in real, I met an online friend in real life at Vegas when I went out there because she lives out there, and she kept calling me Trixie the entire time, and I'm like, that's not okay.
It's like you can call me. Okay.
All right,
As a
that's-
streamer, for me, it's something you definitely get used to. Like,
yeah.
I don't know, we're like, we'll be at a K barbecue and I call and I'll be like, hey, Magic Kappa, or hey, Odom Fire, or
Odom Fire.
hey, Forcible. You
I don't
just
want to
say,
yell Odom Fire across the restaurant, being like, Odom Fire, do you want another Coke?
Oh, actually, that sounds cool. Anyway, okay, so we have Hendrik.
Hendrik.
Hendrik
I can't.
Haven Kendrick with us. He's going to be playing an
Haven's
NPC.
here. We're glad he's here.
Hayden Panettiere.
Haven's here.
Yeah. All right.
I rolled a nat 20 for hotness. I'm
Yeah.
excited.
Yeah, your
yeah.
character's going to be super hot.
His
Oh,
NPC is
yeah.
immaculate.
We're actually employing a new mechanic for this encounter. It's going to be called Sexposition. It'll just be exposition done through carnal acts. Hence his character.
I do want to have something on the recording because we've been doing this mostly on YouTube. I've decided that all magical items, I think the economy in 3.5 is absolutely absurd, where magic items cost a ton of money and it doesn't make sense how an average peasant makes 100 gold a year, but then somehow a magic sword that's just a simple +1 is worth 2,000 gold. Peasant can work his entire 20 years of his life and just buy one goddamn magic sword. That doesn't seem right to me. So every magic item in the DMG 1 that we use is going to have a 50% off discount on it.
We did get a boat.
You did get a boat.
We got
so,
a boat.
Anything in the player's handbook as far as the your typical trade goods and along those lines, that's going to be its base price. That does include like warships and boats and things like that. I think you got a keel ship.
Yeah, but that still fetches quite a pretty penny.
Yeah. So theoretically, before you would have had if you wanted to buy a +1 sword, selling that boat would have only netted you the potential to buy 1 and some change. Well, now you can buy 3.
And some change.
And no, there's no change in that. It would be base price perfectly.
Yeah, base price perfectly. It's a 1-to-1.
All right, guys,
But it
I
also
still
is going
have,
to make
I
magic
still have all
creation
of
feats
our
a lot
money.
easier for you.
And I have our receipts.
Yeah, we have the receipts and all the money, but again,
You don't have the money from the trade.
No,
yet.
we're talking
we
about
have
the
the
residual
receipts.
left from before that.
Yes. Okay.
I have 948 gold.
You're still waiting on the trade guild to finish off everything. You give them 2 weeks.
Yeah, and the longer it takes, the more closer to actual price we get, which is why we've elongated it to 2 weeks.
Maybe I should get in an adventuring. Maybe then I can afford a down payment on my car.
I mean, there's a thing for that.
Yeah, if you fought a mummy, you could just get a few thousand gold coins.
I mean, then I would brag about a lot more than a few thousand gold coins.
yeah, you met Brendan Fraser.
Toilet
I-
paper.
Oh, yeah. Actually, you know what?
Dream.
Actually, funny enough, that's actually how we got rid of our mummy. We actually, after paralyzing fear took effect, I set him on fire using moonshine and a torch, and
That'll do it.
that'll do it.
Then we buried Havel
Oh, we buried a good friend.
in the sarcophagus that the mummy found.
Well, but we also put him up in some sweet popely robes.
Dude, you look
Super
great.
Copley robes.
And we buried him with this great axe.
Is there anything you guys would like to do that morning before you go off to your class?
Pray.
Okay, so you're getting your spells for the
Yeah.
Okay.
I get a spell.
Would you like to also meditate your
I'd
the
like
hard
to.
way?
Actually, no, I don't get a spell.
Are you not at the level for ranger spells yet?
I just get. Oh wait, no, I get a
You're
level 0
You're
spell.
level 5.
I have a level 0 spell.
Can I post?
Yeah. Go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, by all means.
Maybe don't tag that.
Oh, that's fine. It's fine.
Tag us.
Don't worry, Haven. You're not in the picture.
I like how you're using Audacity as your
Yeah.
recording software because that's an incredibly good software. I hope I'm coming across
Yeah,
well.
you're fine.
Yeah.
Okay. 'cause
It
I
picks
can
up
see
the
that.
whole room. Remember when we did that one recording of
Mhm.
Fatal Frame?
That's true. Yeah.
That's
yeah,
what
that
we
was really good.
used.
All right.
Is it
So
what
you
it
guys don't do anything specific, right? Like
Is it
you're not
camera
like.
too?
I mean, outside of typical, get your breakfast and stuff going in, I know these two have a specific morning ritual, so I'm just going to be sitting there, get grub ready so that when they're done, they have something to eat, and then we can pop on out.
Right.
Okay. So perfect. So you guys know where to go. It was the same office building, well, civic center basically for the most part, where
Do
you
they sell
signed
Hondas
up.
there?
What?
Do they sell Hondas there?
No.
Subaru.
No, the Subaru. No, they don't sell anything like that there. So you show up and it's just you and another group of 3 adventurers. This adventuring group is actually a group of all girls. Named
Spicy.
yeah. Actually, if you want to know, I can let you know.
No, I want to know.
I would
Okay.
love to know.
I want to get in the middle of that.
You want to get in the middle of that? All right. So you introduce yourself around to these. One is a fighter with spiked gauntlets.
Oh.
Her name is Penelope. Not off of your character. Don't
Oh,
worry.
okay. I was gonna be like.
There is a sorcerer-looking character named Sabrina, and then there's another sorcerer character named Maple.
They're
Alright.
all witches.
So now, just very vague question, out of nowhere. On a scale of 1 to 20 on looks, how would you put these 3 at?
Actually, because it's out of 1 to 18, it's charisma. They're all pretty up there.
Alrighty
Yeah.
then. Cool.
They're all
Especially
pretty
the sorceress.
Both sorceresses are up there. Yes.
Oh,
You know, looks are important. I was doing a run where one of our players, his character's, he's a very much like a Viking kind of guy, but one of his primary goals was to have a strong son, and his personal goal was to try to sleep with as many females as he possibly could throughout the campaign. And I think the only 2 he really got laid by were the ones he really didn't want to, but he just did out of principle. Because he was like, she's like an ashen dwarf, and I really don't want to get dominated by her. And he got dumped super
He
hard.
got dumb.
Dwarves are never bottoms.
My character's a solid 10. Woo! So
Bog
average.
average.
Woo!
In the
Nice.
adventuring space.
Yeah.
All right, so the seminar, we're going to call it basically like the lecture for the most part, starts. There's a couple bits of information that's important for you guys to know. I'm not going to role play out like a magistrate basically being like, here's an hour lecture. I'm just going to give you the highlights that are important for you to know. So a long time ago throughout the entire world, there was a country that had, no one knows exactly why it happened, but a mountain turned out to be a Tarrasque.
Oh,
Yeah, of course.
As in the fantasy worlds go, this mountain turned out to be a Tarrasque and started rampaging across multiple different countries, and no singular country had enough warriors or anyone that was strong enough to kill it.
it's a fucking Tarrasque.
It's a Tarrasque. Tarrasque, if you don't know, is literally a creature the size of a mountain, and they're incredibly deadly. Think of a giant, amber beetle that just kills everything.
It's a mountain that kills things.
Yeah, when it's tired, it sleeps and rests, but generally it doesn't die.
Also, as a highlight, it's categorized as a level 20 wizard because magic is just its thing.
You also need,
Alright.
meta-wise, you need a +6 weapon to even hurt it, which is an incredibly powerful weapon, as it is mostly only artifact style.
As in
magic weapons.
Pelor's toenail.
Worst toenail.
So something powerful enough to hurt a mountain.
Yeah.
Also noted this mountain, which happens to be a giant ash or magma beetle.
It's a
What are you
giant
saying?
magma
A
beetle
giant
for the most
magma
part.
beetle prefers to use magic as opposed to just crushing things.
Yeah, but it could crush things if it wanted, because just by walking, it's destructive enough.
Yeah.
But they found, though, that no one was strong enough to kill it, so they're like, some genius got all the kings together and what if we
Put it together again.
what if we got all the adventurers that are in our kingdoms and made them one joint force? And thus started this act, that's a treaty signed by every country to allow adventurer visas, where adventurers can then travel across any country, and if there's ever a need for, God forbid, another Tarrasque showing up, they can just send out a big old, hey, help wanted sign, and then everyone can come over there and try to get a little piece of that pie. Now,
No. The fact that that pie can cast implosion means no.
Now, an important thing to know about the situation is they also try to protect adventurers from being scammed. Not every adventure, not every time you need an adventure is going to be a Tarrasque level moment. Sometimes it's just like, hey, there's some bandits who are being jerks, or hey, there's a bunch of wolves eating my sheep, and I really would like that to stop.
Or some goblins.
Yeah, or escort a merchant, and the merchant class tend to be really clever and devious. So there needs to be ways for adventurers not to get screwed out of their money and of things that go on their contracts.
Formed a union.
So they basically formed a union.
Oh god, we unionized.
You need your adventurer's license so you can travel to any country, and you're functionally treated as not a second-class citizen, but you're like a separate category of citizen.
Oh,
You're able
okay.
to travel anywhere. You're expected to follow all basic laws, but you're not expected to follow to the letter really obscure laws that you would have no reasonable understanding of knowing.
Green card.
Like if
Okay.
you show up to a random town and this town happens to say you cannot wear blue on a Sunday,
We're exempt
you're
from
not.
that.
You're exempt from that. You're not going to get arrested for that.
And also on the flip side, I would assume that means we also have certain privileges, like access to like archives or libraries or things that pertain to our job. per
Generally
se.
speaking, yeah. Like if you show up and you're a regular peasant, being like, I would like to go to the library to get this very obscure book on evil cults. They'll be like, no. But if you're an adventurer, being like, I'm trying to kill evil cults, I need a book on it so I can find how to locate them. They'll be like, yeah, that's fair. They'll help you get there.
Also, Farmer Johnson, go back home. You're drunk.
Sir, can't you read the sign? I can't read.
So that's one of those things they did. They also made it so this is where it gets contractually very boring for you, and most of you guys have dazed off during this. It's up to you if you want to remember it or not. When you sign up to any kind of contract through an adventuring guild, you're entitled to the sum money of it. Adventuring guild contracts can give money up front, money at the end, or a little bit of both. Generally speaking, sometimes they'll give partial of it up front, but most of it at the end of it. Just enough to kind of hook you in the beginning, but then 80% is
to wet our whistle. And
is,
then,
yeah. Is,
all right.
Also, it's your seed money in case you needed like early repairs before you head out.
That makes sense.
Now, you can also hire, if an adventuring guild adventurers form a group, they become their own adventuring group that they can have, and they're allowed to subcontract other people. Subcontracted adventurers are not responsible for the whole base of the contract, and they can quit at any time.
We're not responsible for your safety.
Yeah, they can quit at any time. If you sign up for a contract with subcontractors with you, and then one of those contractors were to leave, you do have to explain to the guild at the end of the contract completion what happened, why those people left, and then they get the story. And this is generally to help prevent any kind of foul play amongst the job.
Yeah.
So
Workplace
hypothetically,
injury.
the general example they used was, let's say you're tasked with escorting a merchant, and that merchant you were subcontracted to a group that was escorting the merchant, right? Let's say you were just a single person traveling around, you wanted to be a part of a larger group for this quest. You're entitled to some of the base money as a subcontractor by these adventuring groups. Now let's say you arrive at a town, the merchant says, hey, wait a day, I want to rest, my feet hurt. And that subcontractor goes out, kills a couple goblins, collects a bounty. And then the merchant says, hey, because you collected that money on my dime, you need to pay me some of that money as a cut. Otherwise, I'm going to tell the guild that you did not uphold your deal of the bargain and I'm not paying you, and then you're in bad standing with the guild. If that subcontractor was then quit, they now legally have to disclose why that all happened, and it just generally protects the adventurer and the merchant from being active in poor standing and no one from blackmailing each other.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, do we get dental?
You do not get dental.
Damn
no.
it. Okay.
We don't even get dental.
Don't even get dental.
But just know that there are a laundry list of legal protections that you guys get as long as you can make it to an adventurer's guild.
Okay, cool.
Cool.
What it does not protect you against is if you accidentally break a major law in the process of completing a job.
Or death.
Like, let's say you flub an arrow and it accidentally kills a peasant. You are on the hook for killing the peasant.
Okay, for example, let's just say this is like the most obscure catch-22. What if the job we're contracted for, by fault of the guild, ended up forcing us to break a major law? What then?
So all guild contracts first check the local laws and make sure that it is a legal contract to give out if you'd like to do it. But that only pertains to contracts done through the guild itself. You can take freelance contracts at any point in time during it, and you can just treat your adventuring license as a visa to get through to different areas.
Is this a class?
Yeah, it's a lecture.
No, yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah, this is an actual lecture class
Cool,
that you guys are all
cool,
going to.
cool.
I rolled a fall asleep.
So what you're saying is the guilds are never going to be at fault.
The guilds, generally speaking, will not be at fault. If anything does legal happen or something that's not completely above board, the Adventure Guild does have private committees that go through and review these kinds of cases.
Okay, just wanted to make sure because, like, again, I won't trust a guild as far as I can throw it.
Adventuring Guild contracts generally offer more legal protection for the adventure in case something was to go awry, but there is a cut that they take based on the contract provided.
Well, yeah,
There's
legal
also
fees.
a hub of a bunch of contracts in an area that can be provided. So let's say you come across, we'll go back to the example of some wolves just eating the sheep of a farmer. If the farmer hires you directly, you get paid directly. But if the farmer can't go out and find those adventurers, they hire it through the guild finds them people for them and acts as a middleman. Thus,
Yeah.
they deserve a cut.
It's a hub. So,
It's a
like,
hub.
you know, Rampant Devil Joe, we get summoned, go fight it, come back.
Exactly.
Got it.
Okay. Yeah, a lot of legal things to know, but that's the primary reason why it's there, is for legal protection of the adventure as well as the countries that it's part of, and to stop against any kind of weird blackmail or anything that's not above water, and give you free access to other countries in case a terrible thing is happening. Now, there is a unpopular bylaw inside of the adventuring contract that if the world was suddenly in peril and an adventurer is nearby and is strong enough to deal with it, they are contractually obligated to deal with it. The guild will pay for them.
Whoa, wait a minute.
That must
Just
be in
a
very.
small little thing,
That
by
must
the
be
way.
in very fine print.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We are contractually obligated to put our lives on the fucking line and we don't get dental.
In a world-ending situation, such as another trash
I
shows
want
up.
dental.
Wait,
and that is
world
only-
ending, right? Just world ending.
Well, in a major crisis situation,
Like
the
if the
guild
town gets
can.
attacked, are we obligated to save the town? The guild guild.
Do we get time and a half for holidays?
If the town cannot hire enough adventurers to protect the town, they can basically draft you into paying.
Oh
But
my
there
god, we
is
just signed up with the army.
They did provide you with a draft bonus functionally.
Awesome! I don't want to do trench warfare.
Specifically ask Cordzimus off, alright?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so suddenly they're just like, hey, a family of dragons want to destroy that town over there.
A family of dragons.
Now, if you're a bunch of low-level adventurers and they know that's just going to lead you to your death, they don't ask you. This is they only ask
They just
make
draft
you.
you.
your general strength enough to handle the issue. They're not just going to be like, here's the thing, we're just going to throw hundreds of people at it till they stop.
They will check your records because they think maybe they can handle it. No, they can't.
Yeah.
They
like
almost
if you're
died to some stupid mummy backhanding them.
a
Like,
couple of
what?
of the other three adventurers there, they seem to have raised a lot of the stink about this, and the teacher does let you guys know, as well as the three girls that were also in the room, know that if you have a history of only fighting goblins and low-level creatures and weak creatures, and then suddenly there's a greater demon that shows up on the doorstep of the town, they're not going to ask that person. They're just going to run.
So am I assuming there's also like a global ranking system for the guilds?
Well, the guilds generally do have like a rating system.
Awesome, because we're making it to the top 10.
It's conveniently through level 1 through 20.
Convenient.
Conveniently through level 1 through 20, where they rate you based on past performance of what level they generally think you.
Hey, how did we do so far?
Well, technically,
You're
we,
just not
have,
starting with the guilds. You
well,
actually don't have a
we,
level.
we technically haven't put anything on the board,
We
but
should
we've done quite a bit.
We should put ourselves on the fucking board for the shit we went through. God damn.
But entry-level adventurers are allowed to go on any kind of freelance quest or any kind of contractual quest between level 1 through 5 on their
We
boards.
fought a trouser snake, okay? We just-
A big and chowder snake.
A great way to increase your level quickly if you already feel like you're way above it, like let's say an adventurer was level 10 and he was only doing freelance work but finally joined the Adventurers Guild and then was to show up and wasn't able to do anything with his challenge, he could get recommendations from people he's
References.
Oh, guys, we have references!
Oh my
Don't
god,
we-
we're making a fucking resume.
Ask anybody. Ask anybody when it's starting.
Yeah, well, we got
Well, technically, we
we
got.
got the receipts.
Well, here's the thing: we technically have the mayor and we have the magistrate backing us.
We do.
If you ever feel like you do not have the time to go back and get those references, you can also pay guild associates to go and get those for you.
Make some mean jambalaya.
Excellent.
We own a boat.
I mean, we still have parts of the things we even killed and ancient relics, so I'm pretty sure we're already catching some eyes.
Not artifacts.
Oh crap! We lit that one hut in the middle of like boohoo frigging dimension on fire.
You still have the books, though.
I have.
No, she gave them to
I
the-
have one book.
We have.
I thought
I
you
have-
gave the other book.
I have the Tome of Evil.
Okay, you have.
We
that
didn't
tome.
give it to the guy. We let him take an imprint so he'd relax.
No, he took the Emperor of the Sword.
He took,
Yeah, he took Emperor of the Sword. That's
he
fine.
took-
He took the tome of Civilska.
Well, I have the tome of Evil,
Yeah.
where we saw
that
those.
one, that one.
Hell, oh, we could put the adventures that were like doll-like as references.
Yeah. We have
Well,
fun.
you completed that contract where you actually got a bounty from the people of Bosskern, so you could actually pay a guild associate to go out there and be like, "Hey, is this true?" And they'll be like, "Yeah, it's true."
Okay, cool. We
At
can
the
do
end of
that.
the class, you two take an exam to make sure you remembered everything, and it's
shit.
basically pretty easy. They're not trying to trick you. They're aware that most adventurers aren't literate.
And most
or
of them
most
are gonna die.
adventurers aren't literate.
Damn, I would
And
have failed that.
they do pictures. They have pictures of the literate. But then they also tell at both groups of parties that are there that they can hire guild associates, and they go through the paperwork on how to do that, and they hand that to you. So if you ever want to go back and do that,
I do.
you can pay guild associates for that.
Okay, yeah, I think we should just do that right now.
I'm-
We'll send them back to Starton, Bosskern, and when we go to Bosskern, they can talk to the archaeologist as well, because he'll verify the magnitude of what the hell we just did.
And for our cleric, oh my gosh, cleric, your name.
Dane.
For Dane, can he be ranked with us as part of our party, or?
Yeah, so there's kind of like a
Okay.
grouping system. So like you can,
So
if you were like a
we'll
level,
co-sign with
if
you.
you,
is
yeah,
what
you
I'm
basically
saying.
co-sign. If you're like a level 8 adventuring group, right, and they recognize you as you're able to handle this much, but then you get someone on as a subcontractor.
Oh, did
right,
our
someone
did
on
our
your
did
party,
our ECL go
you
up?
bring them up. Yeah.
Hey, I'm
Yeah,
done.
it's on averages, right?
Awesome.
So you fill out the proper paperwork,
Fourth
and they
seed.
let you know that it's going to cost you 17 gold to send a guild associate out there to check all the references you wrote
Oh
down.
no.
You guys want to put up
We'll
with
we'll do that, but
All right.
also at this point we actually also have the magistrate of this town to back up and at least confirm we did that
That's
bandit.
the cheapest of the itemized list of expenses that they use to send the guild associate out. You recognize that that's the cheapest one because it literally is walk down the street.
All right, well, so 17 gold to get all the other
17
ones?
gold for a guild associate to go and
We
confirm your
will
records.
do that.
We'll confirm our records then.
Mm-hmm.
We'll do that. I'm gonna take it out of the wallet.
Yeah.
All right, cool. So
You guys doing like a big old like shared wallet thing?
They're doing a huge
Yeah,
SEO wall.
I-
They have a
I'm
lot
just
of
hold-
money.
I'm just holding the money.
We have
Because-
several thousands.
no, we don't.
I hope you got that.
What was it?
I was singing the Russian national anthem.
Oh, that's right.
Spreketsy Russian.
Well, yeah, we are the Communist Party.
In
Communist
Soviet Russia,
Party.
the wallet
So that-
carries your money.
That took you the
You carry
entire
the-
morning and
you
like the
ca-
early afternoon to go
Wait.
through this class
That's exactly
as well as do
what
the
happens
testing.
Wait, that's exactly what happens in reality. Wow, it's been a long day. Sorry.
So that took you the entire morning as well as the early afternoon to get through all the paperwork, get everything sorted out, ask any questions you might have,
That was the
and
best
get everything
day.
clarified. Now, do you have any questions for me before we go on?
So how
no, that's
how
good.
binding is this draft?
Oh yeah, you actually didn't go over the details of if we avoid or dodge this draft.
Like, what if we are adventuring out of town at the time?
If you are conveniently unable to be contacted during a time of one of these moments, then there's no penalty. But if you do get contacted and then you were to flee, you can have your adventuring license revoked.
Hey, there's a giant,
Or
there's
pay
a
fine.
family of dragons attacking. We need you. I'm sorry, I ate 20 green apples and I'm having the green apple quick step. I got the splatters right now. I can't help. How convenient.
Now, I am a follower of Pelor. What if a deity does not permit me to act?
Oh,
There is a clause for religious exemption. Yeah.
I just became a
You notice
vegan
that a large section of that
recently.
is dedicated towards paladins, but there is a section for clerics that's not as strong as the paladin one.
Oh, so you're discriminating against fighters then?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Excellent.
as a ranger, I feel very judged right now.
As a ranger, you're far away from the danger.
That's you know what that'll be my plan.
That's you guys basically just went to the Adventurers World's DMV
All right.
and went through your
that
driver's
was
test.
utterly soul sucking.
I love the smell of bureaucracy in the morning.
Yeah, there is bureaucracy in the world, but without some bureaucracy, you wouldn't be able to sell all of your fat loot very easy at a trading guild.
That was really rad. That helps.
A lot of inconvenience for a lot of conveniences.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yeah, well,
Oh, you mean real life?
Yeah.
Oh, I got real. Oh shit. All right. Anyway.
So after that, do you have anything you would like to do for that afternoon? Did you guys want to do any shopping? Now that I've mentioned the rule about the half off functionally of magic items, is there anything you wanted to buy? I know a bag of holding was mentioned last session. But I don't know what your current funds are compared
I
to the
don't-
resets you're waiting for.
Even with half off, I don't think we have enough.
think
Yeah,
we'll wait.
I reckon.
You'll
I
wait
don't-
until the 2
For
weeks
the
is
bag
after
of
you sell the stuff.
holding, we can't.
We said we'd pick up some stuff after we got everything paid out. And then you okayed, and I want to know if you're still okay with it, the efficient quiver. That was that item I showed you on the D20 SRD that you okayed.
Yeah, so that's fine. That would also be back to the half
Reduced?
off.
Okay.
But the efficient quiver, from what I understand, it has a section for arrows that holds like 80 arrows.
Essentially, it's basically if you think of what's his name from
I know it's like
the Avengers.
Yeah.
You know how his
Frodo?
quiver rotates and has basically it holds a lot more than a normal quiver. It's that.
I know it because I read it and it says it's that. It also has a compartment for javelins and a compartment for stored swords.
Yes.
Yeah, so that's what it has. Okay, perfect. That's fine. So it's got 3 compartments: one for stored long equipment, one for javelins, and one for a shit ton of arrows. Just a lot of arrows.
And again, it's only about that big, which
Yeah.
is beautiful.
It's the same as what it's a very specific style of bag of holding.
An
actually.
endless quiver. You're almost getting there.
I just want to
That's
get I just want to get to the point where my strength is high enough that I can start shooting javelins at people.
That'll be cool.
Just have like a really thick bow stack with a rope on it and just javelins.
Pull back with my feet.
Those Monster Hunter bows. That's what I
Yeah.
want.
Functionally Monster Hunter
Steel
bows.
bow.
Yeah.
Functional Monster Hunter bows.
I'd like to go hunting.
You would like to go hunting?
Just casual hunting.
Oh.
For food.
Well,
I'll join you.
Yeah, you want hunting?
I reckon I'd join you too.
Oh yeah, forget about the accent.
No, this was all because I'm assuming this was all out of character. This was just the bureaucracy part of it.
Yeah, it is.
So
it is. But
now
after
when we do get back into character, yeah.
she's gonna want to loosen up and go hunting. What's up?
Who has the staff?
I think you do.
Short spear?
No, the short spears.
Oh,
are
you
my
have
possession.
the short spear.
Yeah, I
Is
reckon.
it fully charged? Do we remember?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
they're fully
charged.
charged.
So what are other characters like
I
Explain.
am a very feminine male who gets very oftenly accused, seen as a female, so I get hit on a lot.
He's what you call one of them fangled
Dane
urine
is
traps.
very pretty.
And he's a paladin. Dean is a very pretty
Dane is a
paladin.
Cleric.
very
I'm a
pretty
cleric.
cleric.
Cleric. Okay.
That would be correct.
I guess robes are very androgynous.
Yeah.
Okay.
They hide
He's
all
a
of
very
the
pretty boy.
parts.
Very much a pretty boy.
They hide all the parts.
I am a fighter from Starton with a dulcet tone, and I have a specialty weapon of a dual blade that clicks into 2 swords, and I actually grew up on the harbor doing them trading on them ships all day long.
Gotcha.
I play Sable. She's a ranger. She hunts. Is also a bit of an artist, and likes to skin things and sell it. Like she kind of dabbles in fur trading as well.
She
And-
loves the sound it makes when you peel the skin from the. Ooh. She loves that.
Well, it's more like okay. She also has a thing for feeling like animal fur on naked skin. That's between her and God. No one knows this.
Okay.
Also, that's what she looks like.
As I
Okay.
said, this would be
Human?
a fair amount
Human.
of sex position. Well, I also am a human, but his name is Matthew Grayland, but people call him Matt.
This is Dane, also human.
Matt, Dane, and
Sable.
Sable. Got it.
You would be correct, sir.
So you guys decide to go hunting, and along the way, on the way out of town, you end up running across Agatha. So Agatha, you are a
Immaculate.
mid to late 20s female, a human female who is a local tanner and seller of furs and hides in the town.
Bro.
So Seas Rest is a large port city for the most part. A lot of people come in when they're going to 2 different capital cities as a stop, and so it's very lucrative to just be like, hey, I got furs, I'm going to sell them. She does most of the tanning and things along those lines. Now you have a friend, his name is Jarek, who is a ranger that lives in the woods, and every month he stops by with his mule and drops off new furs for her to take care of. You have a relationship to some degree with Jarek. It's up to you how
I
far
knew
you
it
want
was
to take
Smash.
it. If you just want that to be a friendship, friends with benefits, or like a full-blown this is boyfriend-style relationship.
Business partners.
It's business time.
But like I said, once a month he brings you your stock. Unfortunately,
I'm sure
this
he
last
does.
month he didn't show up.
Oh.
What did show up is his wolf Pepper. Now you have a tiny, you have a wolf that's the runt
Salt
of
and
the litter
pepper, I
named
get it.
Salt,
Hey.
and Jarek is originally the one who gave you Salt, and he has the
Oh, they totally smashed.
the sister wolf of Salt named Pepper, which is a larger version. It's just a slightly larger wolf because it wasn't the runt of the litter.
Salt and
Um,
pepper's here.
And it is, salt, and pepper's here. and that one is like a grayish black wolf.
I get it.
Yeah, it is salt and pepper.
Yeah.
2 wolves. Now Jarek has gone missing, from what you understand. You generally know where his cabin's at, but you haven't had the ability to go out there, and you're worried about going up there alone. And now you need some adventurers to help escort you over there. And you have 35 gold set aside to hire an escort to his place, and then take the job further if something has happened to Jarek.
Gotcha.
And as you are walking into town, after failing to find Jarek yourself and realizing getting into his cabin alone would not be the wise move. If he is really gone, something's gone wrong. You come across these guys leaving town through the farmland of the city, talking about going hunting and going into the woods and adventures and great merriment.
Hey, if someone happens to attack us, can you not kill them this time? Give them a chance to explain themselves. I get the bandit ambush. We were ambushed, but we could have questioned them why they did it. Who paid them?
Look, all I can say is that man was still alive when he hit port, so deed was done.
Well, next time, let's not question him with, caltrops.
You can say what you want. I got the answers.
Oh,
You're
fair.
lucky I can heal people.
Indeed, I am. I break them, you fix them. I like the way you think.
Oh my god.
Tag him and tag him.
Well, we're just gonna keep walking. Then we come across Agatha.
Yeah, and you come across Agatha in your path.
And at this point, I'm assuming I was on my way over to the
Adventurers Guild, you're going to find a way to post up some kind of hey, I'd like to have a contract because I need this job done. But you need licensed adventurers for it.
Gotcha. Okay. So I run across them, and how how do I know? Is it clear that they're adventurers?
Yeah. So anytime you see people walking around, they have openly shown weapons, and they're not in guard tabards of any kind. You're that person travels. It's also kind of a different style of traveler. If they're all wearing plate armor and they have swords, it's probably some kind of troop detachment or mercenary group. But you have a ranger with a bow and traveling gear. Then you have a
One's
cleric
got a
in
pauldron
robes.
with a skull on it.
Yeah, one has a pauldron with a skull on it. This definitely looks.
We've
Picture
seen
adventurers.
some
This
shit.
is an adventuring party.
Gotcha. All right, I'm gonna. They catch my eye. I'm gonna run right up to them, ask them. You guys are adventurers, right? I'm assuming, given the gear and everything.
You are very
My
good
hair is
looking.
constantly constantly. There's
You
all,
are
even if there's no breeze, it's still
intimidatingly good looking, ma'am. Hi.
I reckon we are.
How can we help you?
fun. She's with you guys.
Indeed, she is.
You guys do the talking. Can't right now. She's too bisexual for this right now. She can't cope.
Did you need some help?
A dear friend of mine. I'm a tanner. I work as a tanner here, selling furs and such.
She speaks my language.
Easy there.
You sure she's with you?
Hold her.
Indeed, she is.
Calm her down.
Reel it back there, girl.
Oh, my uterus.
A dear friend of mine, he lives out in the woods, and he, brings hides from time to time, and he's disappeared, and I haven't seen him in a while. Only his pet wolf came back, and I've been terribly worried, so I've been looking for some adventurers. I have some gold. I'm trying to see what has happened out there. I would go and investigate myself, but I'm, not exactly the best, swords maiden out there, so...
Don't you worry about gold. Guys, I think we should help.
Now, I know that's that God
You can
person
worry a
talking to
little
you.
bit about gold.
That whole help for free shit, but
You
considering our track record,
You could worry a little about gold.
This is a person in
Or, hey, how about we do some fur trading?
I'd be more than happy to do that.
Okay, we can do some jobs together.
all right, we won't accept payment. We will, how about drinks afterwards? Are you amenable to that?
That sounds like a great plan to me.
Careful, though. He drinks a lot.
Alrighty then, let's
Well, hey,
go.
that'll make two of us.
Oh, shit.
I'll be
All
frank
right.
with you. I'll be
Let
frank
her-
with you. I haven't yet met a man who can outdrink me.
Oh, shit.
I do fancy myself a challenge. It is still early. If we can get back here before sundown, let us have us a party.
All right, let's find your friends. We'll just hunt another time. You guys okay with
Yeah.
that?
Well, this
we'll
is
go.
some kind of hunt.
Yeah, I guess so.
Lead the way. Oh, by the way, my name is Dane.
Dane, nice to meet you.
Oh.
My name's Matthew. You can call me Matt.
Matt.
Hi, I'm Sable.
Sable, pleasure to meet you all. Shakes your hand. My name
Shakes.
is Agatha.
Hi, Agatha. Sorry, we didn't even introduce. We've had a long day. It was like an entire 6-hour lecture on.
A long week.
It's been a week.
Yeah, no, this is a first for me. It's been 8 hours.
We
standing
should
at a
get
drop of
going.
drink.
Let's get going. Lead the way, ma'am. Go
All
for
right.
it.
Okay.
So I'll turn and lead them to where they need to go.
Perfect. So you know that Jarek does have a hunting cabin that it's maybe like 30 minutes by road, but then a couple hours into the woods off kind of like a thin trail. But you know how to get to it from where it's at, and what trails are like dead ends and what ones actually lead to his place. You've been there plenty of times with him.
Got it.
Now there is one thing I wanted to go back because I didn't realize I forgot something in the lecture. I forgot to write it down. Anytime you guys go on an adventuring party gets hired to go clear someplace out or any kind of thing like that, the adventuring party is entitled to the sum of the loot. Whatever is, if you go out and kill like a party of goblins in a cave, you get to keep that, barring a few exceptions. If, say, some bandits stole some precious heirlooms or something specific that someone has already made like a missing notice for,
All right.
that gets returned. But if you kill a bunch of bandits and they, like, say, have like a couple heirlooms, but then like a chest full of gold, you get the chest full of gold because that's the raw currency. But let's say like a pendant in there is some lord's wife's keepsake.
Uncle's nephew's
Yeah.
former roommate.
Yeah.
And in the event of the goblins of the cave, I get to keep the goblins and the cave.
No.
So
yeah.
in the event that you find, you know, her
Yeah,
friend's
or,
head,
like,
you have to
yeah,
give
if
that
something
to her.
has claim on it.
If something has claim on it,
We,
it's fine, but if not,
we
it goes to
relinquish
the lectures.
anything that has claim on it.
I like
You
the
made
thing-
the risk, you get the reward.
He asked that question, the lecturer's like,
Just
Stalker looks at the
okay.
book. I guess so.
No.
I feel like Dane and Sable are probably just like,
I mean, by transitive
wait,
property.
does he?
So doesn't it?
Am I here like,
I feel like the other people in the lecture are like, do we? I didn't think about
In
that.
our cave? No.
Alright, I get to
so-
lead the way for a couple hours and shit.
Yeah, so you lead the way, and it's a pretty boring trip. As I said, like these guys came out during early afternoon. So by the time you know you'll be getting there, it's going to be sunset. Not dark yet, but given like an hour, it will be dark.
3:30?
Gotcha.
Or?
Yeah, this is what would be not
Well,
during winter.
yeah,
time,
they
it's
said
like
we've been walking for about a
summertime,
couple
3:30,
hours, so
4.
Okay.
I reckon the sun be
But
mighty
you'd
low
be
by now.
by the time you get there to this cabin, it's 6, 7 o'clock with the sun still like just barely about to crest the horizon. All right.
Well, shit.
Now, what you're familiar of Jarek's cabin is it's a relatively small cabin with a storage shed that he usually uses for his like fur collection and stuff like that, as well as several different drying racks for the hides. He doesn't do any raw tanning of it, but he does do like the basic prep work on a lot of these hides. He also has a small stable for his.
Fuck!
Oh, what is that?
That was the mic.
Oh, that was the mic.
Oh, you dropped the audience.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna mark that down and fix that.
It's pretty easy to find. Just look for the giant.
The giant spike of just crack. All right.
Crack-a-lackin'.
Kakalackin. He also has a small stable for his mule, and in the main cabin, that's generally where he just keeps his general supplies and things like that. When you get there and you leave the party there, it's like I said, it's about to be sunset. What you see is not the same of what you're used to, and what you guys see is a totally new sight for everything.
You know?
So what was that?
That was my phone.
Oh, was your phone? Okay. The stable area where the mule is at is fine, and the mule is there, but he's not leashed. He's not like tied up or anything. He's just kind of like clearly wandering around, rooting around, eating whatever food he can find in the place, and he seems to have ransacked everything. A lot of the furs that have been put on tanning racks have been shredded or demolished of some kind. The inside of both the shed area where he does his work, as well as the main living area, has clearly been looted and ransacked as well. Jarek is nowhere to be found at this point.
I would like to draw and reckon a company halt.
Yeah, so you're like outside of this, like you're like right in front of these buildings. You're just like halt.
I halt.
I would be amenable to us drawing our weapons and asking Sable, you think you could track him? Because he ain't seemed to be around, at least not anymore.
Well, it depends on, arbitrarily how well the luck goes.
Well, on a scale of 1 to 20, how good you think you got this?
Well, let's find out now, shall we? Do I get any bonuses for having an animal companion?
I don't think so. but
I don't
if
think
your
so.
animal
It
companion
depends
has
on
sense,
it
then
depends
you
on
get-
what the animal
No, it
companion's
doesn't.
got.
I don't think it does. It's
If-
just cute.
If it can track.
Yeah,
that
if it
helps.
has sense, it gets bonus to tracking, but if it's not, it's just like a general thing that you guys don't have to do.
I wouldn't imagine that an owl would.
No, it doesn't have track.
It would just
Okay.
be spot.
So do I go ahead and roll?
You would roll a survival check to track something. I think actually tracking is a skill
I
specific
know it's a
to-
skill at track. I do have it.
Yeah, whatever track is for you. That's what you
Yeah, I
need.
believe she would get a bonus.
Okay. Let me look up right now what tracking is in that place. Are you looking up too?
Yeah, track. Oh, page 107 for Bone Streets.
I love how when the book is like,
Do you know where to go?
yeah, it's like, hey, do this thing, and then look at this other thing. That's the one that's going to be helpful.
Track.
It's like footnotes.
To find tracks or follow them for a mile requires successful survival check. You must make another survival check every time the tracks become difficult, such as when tracks cross them or when tracks backtrack and diverge. You move at half your normal speed or at your normal speed with a -5 penalty on the check, or twice the normal speed at a -20. The DC depends on the surface prevailing conditions as given in the table below. It's on page 101.
Mm-hmm.
So I roll survival.
So in essence, it would be a survival, but it depends
And
on
then-
how rushed we are.
Yeah, give me a survival check.
We're not in any.
I don't think we're in any rush at this point.
You're not in any kind of rush.
Do we have a torch with us?
Survival, so D20 plus 6.
So that would be a
Um,
9.
I hope that wasn't too loud on the
No, it's fine.
All right, so
That's a 9.
give me a spot check too.
Are we all allowed to give a spot check?
Everyone can make a spot check
All right.
Alright, I got a plus 6.
because this one's gonna be important.
20.
Okay, perfect. So you have a 20.
Here, I'll leave that there. 20.
Okay. Would you also like to make a spot check to see like around the thing, see what you guys can see?
Yes, please. 16.
Let me get you a d20.
You can use one
I
of mine.
I'd let him borrow my set of dice.
Oh,
Okay.
Yeah, I rolled
Go
a
ahead and roll.
16 on
16.
spot.
16,
18.
18.
Okay. Go ahead and roll.
We're
a d20.
doing pretty good.
4.
Okay. Yeah. So you're not
In the
you
middle of it, I got distracted. Took out
You're
my pocket
you're
mirror and was
distraught.
like,
This is your F buddy.
Exactly. Yeah. Like this is your friend.
as
you
far as
see
you
it.
guys know.
Oh,
you don't have
she's
that adventuring
immediately
sense.
assuming that you smash.
You don't have that adventuring sense, so the first thing you see when you find a place of a friend ransacked, you're like, oh my god, what has happened? Well, these guys are like, alright, shit's going on, what's happening? And
I'm like, oh, the pellets, and your
Do we
guys
all
are
pass?
like,
you actually all pass, so you're able to hone in very quickly on what happened here. It looks like some sort of larger creature, much larger than a goblin, not larger than an orc, so like somewhere around that medium range, has ransacked this place. You all do find what looks like bear prints in the sand, or in the mud and the dirt around it.
Looks
Like giant, but it doesn't fit like a bear. Especially you as a ranger know specifically like this is not a bear because the bears
Did he turn
don't
into a
walk
werewolf?
on 2 feet.
I reckon I look at her owl and I'm like, uh-huh.
Did you turn into a werewolf?
And by the number of things you have, it looks like there's been multiple. There's multiple creatures who did this.
What
Oh.
in God's name is it
Yeah.
always
So
turned
it's,
into
it's some
several
sort of like giant bear print, but it's bipedal.
the
and it
man bear
doesn't match
pig.
up.
You know, it's
the
kind
man
of,
bear
it's kind of a
pig.
sad scene, but it's not to be too blunt, but kind of ironic.
Why does it always gotta be like creatures? Alright, looks like there's more than one of them. So.
All right, so it looks like we're fighting a
Give me-
squad.
Give me a survival check to see if you can find out how many there is.
To be fair,
Would that be all of us or just the ranger?
Just the ranger. Because
12
the
plus
ranger,
6, 18.
18. Okay.
Enough.
Let me see.
There
Please
are
be enough.
indeed enough.
hey, from your
All right.
Bunk!
You're able to tell there's that. You guess there's 4 people that did this, like 4 creatures of a kind that did this.
All right, one for each of us, and in our fair lady's case, 2 for me.
3 for you. Have you seen me lately?
I'll let you know if I need your help.
oh.
This is gonna hurt.
Now, to be fair, from your stories, at least we're not the ones being ambushed.
That's fair.
I want to make sketches of the
I
prince.
feel like she's totally gonna pull one of those like space balls. They shot my hair, motherfucking just.
Son of a bitch!
So you start making some notes of the prints. Agatha, you're intimately familiar with this place. So as you start looking around, you notice one thing that you do notice eventually when you do compose yourself is that it doesn't look like he's been gone for a terribly long time. He comes every month. It's not like this happened. Like he didn't show back up at the end of his route, and then this immediately happened. This happened maybe a week ago, based on the food that's missing, as well as the things that you know from his donkey, Gary.
Oh, actually, that
He
would
named
be
his mule Gary.
a mighty
Gary.
fine idea. We should probably feed that mule. I'll give it some food.
Yeah, so you end up getting into a couple of containers that Gary was not able to get into.
Thomas, my owl kitty, decides to have a staring contest with Gary.
Okay, Gary and Thomas have a
Jerry
staring.
has no idea what was going on. He lost in 5 seconds.
But you know, this is if
Thomas
you
is
were to take a
determined.
wild stab in the dark of how long this happened ago, you probably can guess somewhere between 5 to 12 days ago.
I was gonna say take a stab in the dark and hit an owl bear.
Yeah, about 5 to 12 days ago.
Okay.
Well, it is getting.
Are there like, is it
Well,
like
yeah.
bloody in there, or does it just look ransacked?
It looks ransacked, and upon further investigation, it doesn't look like there's any obvious blood. Maybe there's some blood, but you can't tell if that's human or if it's from him being a Skinner. And this is just regular animal blood.
Yeah.
It is getting darker, so you can't quite tell everything you need to know.
Right.
But there does appear to be signs of some kind of combat. Telltale marks of what would be some kind of blade mixed with claw marks around the way. So something fought here.
All right, so
Let's wait for him to get back, because Agatha is important in this situation. And I'll keep this open just in case we want to hark back to.
yeah, she actually looks up at the
The
sky
big
and
track scale.
casts daylight. There's a new sun.
There's one whole sun.
So are we going to take a break real quick?
Yeah, we're going to take a quick break.
Now a word from our sponsors. Where we
so,
last left our heroes.
So
All right, breakout. Okay.
We're breaking up what?
Oh my lord.
All right, I timestamped it.
How is Agatha's libido?
however much you want to roll a fort.
Roll me a
check.
1d31. Just kidding.
She's a nymph.
She is
She is ready
horny.
to go. She is
Horny.
another 20. You roll
What was it?
I
What
rolled
was
for
it?
like 3 times.
I gotta give her
and
therapy for
twice
a
have been nat
disease.
20s.
What
Like,
disease?
every time I was like, I'm gonna roll for something.
Mania.
I rolled nat 20 for attractiveness, nat 20 for libido count.
You
Damn.
are
Oh,
horny.
Turns out she's gonna probably ram through all three of
Oh
us,
my
and we're gonna be
God,
like,
he's really
Constantly
funny.
wears a pad. Constantly. 'Cause she
Whoa,
has to.
whoa.
if
Always
not, just
wet.
ruin these pants.
Always
Whoa.
wet. Always.
Maybe that's why Jarrett can't commit. He just can't keep up, you know?
It's like,
I mean, he feels less of a
You
man.
know, being a hunter and all, he can just get a whiff of that scent.
he's like, man, I need a break.
Oh, my hip.
He just couldn't satisfy me.
Man, are you dehydrated? I'm dehydrated. Anyone have a Gatorade?
It's like in those hentai films where somehow the guy always like ends up getting like dried and tapped down. And she's like, ah, you know.
I can, you gotta.
It's so sad that we all know what you're talking about.
Turns out he started
Oh my
stocking
God.
up on Pedialyte just for her visits.
Do you know the
Oh my
website?
God.
You know the website Hentai Haven.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
there's
Yes,
somebody.
Haven, I do.
Yes, thank you. No, like, there's someone who shows up on my channel who's actually named Hentai Haven. He's like, yeah, I'm one of like the supporters for it. And so like when he shows up, like I call him my lewd half. I'm like, hey, my lewd half is
You're
here.
lewd half.
It's
Aw,
great.
yeah.
So lewd.
Alright, so.
Oh, yeah, sorry. People dying and stuff.
Oh, yeah, so-
yeah.
Jared has been gone.
Horny
Oh, yeah.
aside.
He
You know-
probably got all ambushed.
These guys do share with you that like there was some kind of combat here, of some kind.
Yeah.
There are certain marks that a sword makes in furniture and things of the like that isn't just like
They
a
would
normal thing.
certainly know.
Yeah, you guys certainly know what that looks like. You have a guess of like, yeah, you know,
My chest
I
hurts.
use a sword regularly. This looks like what happens when I miss.
Shut up!
Yeah.
We've all done it.
But outside of that, like this, you've gathered that some kind of battle has happened here. It doesn't appear to be any human blood, or at least not of an amount that would qualify as someone dying. There's also no corpses here. In fact, they left Gary.
Yeah, okay.
They left
They
Gary.
Might
left
as well-
Gary, and Pepper had the presence of mind to come get you.
Well, what kind of pelts was he in the nature of trading?
From what you've gathered...
No, I'm asking Agatha. This
Oh.
is in character.
Oh, so what you know is Jared generally just goes around and gets basic furs, bears, wolves, your typical
Tigers are
animal.
mine.
It's not like he does anything specific. It's not like something ridiculously obscure.
The spiel.
Yeah, the spiel.
You spiel.
All right. Well, at this point,
Your occasional Bigfoot, you know.
it is getting rather dark. I ain't keen on traveling after dark, considering there might be 4. That's being generous. I'd rather set up shop at his place. Maybe they come back. If they don't, we set out in the morning, see if he holds out till then.
Yeah, he's got a fireplace.
You guys are positive you can, take this on, like whatever they are.
Oh, it
I
couldn't
mean-
be much worse than
All right,
everything
but
else.
all you had to do is start with that, and
Lord
I'm already
knows,
concerned.
Lord knows, we'll try. That's about as much as I can guarantee.
They have some
Alright.
stories to tell you.
I mean, they.
Oh, look, actually, I
You
can pull
did
this
take
out.
the gold.
Oh, well, I mean, it's reassurance, ma'am. And he pulls out that giant snake tooth. They pulled this out of my chest last adventure, and I'm still here, so.
But that did end up in your chest.
At one point, I indeed was penetrated by that object.
Yeah, it's basically
That's-
like a fang that big.
Yeah.
So, yes.
I don't even think that was the worst thing that's
It's a
happened
foot
to
long
you.
fang.
That was not the worst bit, believe it or
You
not.
lost a friend, so I'm pretty sure
That
that's
was-
the
that
worst.
was the worst thing that
Alright,
happened.
I'll hide you guys.
We're not really good at selling ourselves, you guys.
Does the door look
You're good at
damaged
being
anyway?
too honest.
The door's still on its hinges, but the locking mechanism looks like it's been kicked in.
Alright, so we can take this out on watches.
I'll take last watch. I'm an early riser.
I'll take first watch then.
Of the cabin, it has what would be considered a very large bed in D&D standards, but to what we're aware of, this was like a full
Well, how many entrances, how many exits?
one. It's just the front door, and then a couple windows.
So it's more like a cottage.
Is
It's
it
a
sa-
small cottage.
Is it
for the
safe
most
to
part.
assume that windows been broken in?
Yeah, they're damaged, or well, they're not. They're damaged in the sense of, like, they're not glass. It's wooden shutters.
I can mend the door.
Alright, no, it's fine, it's fine. We don't need the lock. Let's just make sure someone's watching.
All of you would be able to fit inside. Two people on the bed, a couple people on the floor, and then you could functionally just get stuff from inside the home.
We could,
It
like-
has different sizes of rope and cord. You could tie the door shut and the window shut, if you would like, as well as light a fire.
Let's fortify and let's hold it down. If they come back,
Do we
we'll
have
be
food?
ready. Yeah, we
We
do. We
do.
just came from town. Hell yeah, we do.
Yeah.
If need be, I can roll survival and get
Or
us
we could
some.
eat Gary.
Agatha, you also know that because you've been in this cabin before, you know like where generally everything is. He does keep underneath one of the floorboards in this cabin, which is which one it is. You can easily pull it up, and he keeps like a sealed box of like leather wrapped like small food items that are very generally non-perishable, such as like dried meats and like hard breads
And
and
spam.
crackers. Yeah.
Okay.
So if you ever need food, like I don't know if you want to share with him, but you know that there is an emergency box of food in the home.
I want to see if I can find some like medium-sized barrels, like around like.
Yeah, you find two. One's filled with water, and that appears to be. It's been about as far as a mule's head goes in. That's been drank.
Does it look clean?
It looks like a
mule's
mule's
head
been
has been-
drinking out of it, as well as this would have been a wash barrel by a ranger. The other barrel is sealed, and it had when you open it, it's just like miscellaneous, like already prepped pelts
Okay.
and goods.
Well, I'm gonna throw that water away. Just
Oh, the
just in
half full
case,
barrel. Yeah.
and I'm just gonna create water in there.
Okay. Yeah. So you do that. You now have a barrel of water.
I'll go ahead and inform them about the reserves of snackage we have, just in case.
Okay. Perfect. Yeah.
Oh, thank you. Guys.
Yeah, so I'd say we fortify, tie down what we can. I will, however, jerry rig on a little over by where Gary's at, in case they come that way. I'm gonna tie some rope and put my manacles on them so that if something tugs that rope, it jingle jangle.
Okay. So is it on the rope that's in between Gary and this post?
No, it's gonna be on the post next to the door. So it's gonna be from Gary's post to the door.
Oh, but Gary's not tied to any of this.
No,
okay.
no.
Because
Because
he
Gary
has, like,
would
a trip
move
wire
and then
with a
it-
jingle on it.
Yeah, because if
Okay.
it's tied to Gary, Gary's gonna move and then
Yeah, you
jingle
find-
jangle every 2 damn
You find
seconds.
something better than your regular rope. You find like a thin leather cord that you're able to use.
Yeah, so I'll do that with my manacles, and
Mm-hmm.
then I'll let everyone know during your watch. You hear the manacles clink clank that something's up.
Who's the
Got
first
it.
watch?
Yo,
I'll be second.
I'll go. I'll wake up early.
well then,
Yeah, so you spend the night.
I'm a light my pipe,
Who-
so I'm a first watch. So
All right. Yeah, so the night goes completely uneventful from what everything goes. You do set up a very well fortified defense. This is something you're used to as adventurers. You know so much you're not used to adventurers basically holding up. So this was
Yeah.
a very strange experience for you. I don't know how you want to go about the arrangements. Like I said, the bed can fit 2, and the floor can fit all of you if you would like to sleep all on the floor, or you could give the bed to just one of you. I don't know if you
Well, I wouldn't feel comfortable taking his bed, so I'll leave that to her.
I'll take the floor.
I'll take the floor.
You take floor, so you take bed.
I'll take bed.
Okay.
Proceed to shamelessly, strip down to underwear before getting
Oh
inside
my
bed.
lord!
Boom.
I have to pray an extra hour tomorrow morning.
You're the first one.
I need to pray an extra hour tomorrow morning.
You're painfully aware that all of them stare for a time.
She's very used to it.
I am a cleric of Pelor.
And you still
And you
got
stare the
me.
least.
The Lord has blessed you with a sight.
Just a glance. But I must resist.
Her
There's a
ankles.
serious internal struggle.
She's very used to it, and I guess,
Strut
she's
your
aware
stuff.
of it.
Yeah.
You
Strut.
got it, flaunt it.
Yeah.
We'll put it
Got
that
it,
way.
flaunt it.
So the next
Might as
morning
well.
is it easier to track? Also pray for an hour.
Yeah, so the next morning, you guys do your general prep stuff. You eat, you get your water. No,
Pray.
thanks to our cleric, there's fresh water in a barrel outside.
Bless.
Um,
Praise.
which Gary did get to the previous night and lapped up a lot of it. So there's some
God damn it, Gary.
there's some mule saliva in that
It's
water.
okay, we drank
Thomas
it.
I
low-key
totally
thinks
picture her
Gary's a fucking
acting.
idiot.
I totally picture her maneuvering like those titty streamers who are like trying to be nonchalant and like trying to, not be obvious about it. Like, let me write your name on the chalkboard.
Oh, hello,
So
Mr.
at
Bicep.
At first, when you said titty streamers, I was like, I didn't immediately go to Twitch. I went to like like pasties, and I was just like, like titty
What?
streamers.
Say it again.
Pasties, pasties.
Pasty.
Pasties are the pastry, isn't it? That's the food. Isn't it? That's the food. Yeah, it's just nipple pastries.
Yeah, the nipple tassels. I like the nipple tassels. That's what I was
Yeah.
imagining.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I do know that pasties.
Pasties.
are. Isn't that like a meat pie? Thing?
It is now.
Yeah, I
You can do whatever you want, baby.
I mean, that's all he is after I'm done with him.
Ah, meat pie.
All right.
I am raw.
Now that
Devour.
we're talking about
I would like to track
baked
again.
goods and boobs.
Can I track again in the day?
Yeah, you have a lot more light. It's easier to track
All
at
right.
this point in time. Please
I
make
get
another roll.
D20, like a D20 plus 6.
Absolutely,
18.
yeah. Maybe it was the fact that it was fading light that you totally whiffed it, but now it's morning. Like, oh, these are painfully obvious tracks. They
Oh.
were not trying to hide.
I'm just blind at night, you guys.
Four large bear paw track style creatures clearly trudged through this. They even see where they broke branches going into the woods. It doesn't look like they were trying to hide it all where they were going.
Hey guys, that way.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Are we all packed?
yeah, I
All
am.
prayed up? All
Hold on,
eat?
let me get dressed.
Oh, you're still naked. Oh, you're still
The whole
naked.
time you were naked?
Oh my lord.
I just woke up.
More tissues, please.
Dane's nose is bleeding.
I'm gonna,
Cure minor.
Cure minor nosebleed.
I'm gonna collect my manacles.
Are we taking Gary with us?
No.
Okay. Leave the
Why in
dog.
Lord's name would we take him? He's an ass.
The donkey's an ass. Anyway, so you travel into the woods. You're tracking successfully. It does eventually get to harder ground, but as you can tell, even on harder ground, you can tell where things have been stamped out or pressed down by these creatures. And you follow it for about an hour, and then I'm going to need you to make a secondary survival check. You haven't tracked it for a while, so do you need another skill check?
Same survival.
Same survival check, yeah.
Ooh.
Oh, perfect, yeah.
25.
Even though it's tougher ground, it's been a while. You've almost like pretty much lost the scent. You pick it up immediately again.
Been a
you know exactly
while.
where it's going. And what you do find is what would look like. I forget what this is called in real world terms. So you're in mostly what would be a forest that doesn't have any like large rocky structures. It's not a glade, but it's almost like a grass canyon. You know what I mean? Like there is.
You mean like a knoll?
Maybe it's a knoll. It's functionally what would be a ravine or a gorge, and grassland, and like
Yeah,
forest
it
land.
fits about the definition of a
A
knoll.
gnoll.
Of a knoll.
A
Okay,
gnoll.
so functionally
A knoll is like a grassy hill
Not a
and
gnoll.
whatnot.
A gnoll.
So,
No.
sounds like that's what
A
you're
gnoll.
talking about.
Okay, so
I am a well-read fighter.
you come across the entrance of one of those things. It clearly goes on for a while, and everybody give me listen checks.
Oh shit! All right, what's my list?
Well, this is gonna end poorly.
I hear dead people.
19.
It's 13.
Oh yeah, everyone's doing really well.
All right, I have an 18.
Unnatural 20.
Okay, perfect. So all you guys roll actually pretty high, so you all hear this. From further down, just out of sight from you, and you guys have been making a terrible lot of noise as you travel along, so you do know you're tracking, you hear what sounds like another language you're not familiar with, as well as what would be combat, but not in the sense of like battle as in like live battle. What would be the sound effects of training? People fighting for the sole purpose of just like
Can I
weapons
send?
clanging, not hardcore fighting.
Can I send Thomas ahead discreetly?
Yes, you can.
I do the thing.
Yeah, so you send Thomas ahead discreetly. You have an empathetic link, right? So you get feelings back, correct?
Mhm.
Okay, so the feeling you get back from this is it finds some, like, definitely it sees something hostile that could hurt Thomas, and Thomas just comes back to you.
Oh,
You-
okay.
But you don't get an idea. It's not like, this is a blank.
Yeah,
You
no,
don't- you
I
can't-
figured,
you don't
but
lie
like,
to it. You're not
but
a
it's so I'm gonna let everyone know we should
Yeah.
probably be ready.
Yeah, be like silent or some kind.
Yeah, like okay. So I'm gonna signal like, bring my finger to my lips, just kind of.
Try my best in my medium armor.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, so let's trudge on forward. I guess we'll find like the nearest bit of foliage to move as quietly and discreetly as possible.
So you move.
Draw my
as-
sword and just kind of.
With your back, arching your butt out, and like Betty booping through the bushes. And shit.
I am distracted.
Alright, so who is.
She's gonna be like, "Don't worry, I'm very discreet."
Now, are you all trying to sneak up and like see what's going on, or are you sending someone quiet ahead first, or how is that going?
All right.
Alright, fuck it. I'll go ahead.
Wait, are you? What are you wearing?
Huh?
What do
I'm wearing leather. Studded
Okay.
leather, actually. So.
I'm wearing the same.
Yeah, but
Who
you
has the
ain't good.
highest move silently?
But you ain't good in an up close fight now, ain't you?
I am so bad at it. You go.
Alright.
Go
well,
skedaddle.
shit. Yeah, I'm moving up.
Okay, so you move up to take.
Oh,
to
you want me to
take a look.
make
Go
a
ahead
move
and
silently?
give me a move silently check.
Ah,
All
shit. All right,
Well-
we'll huddle back.
That is a 17.
A 17? Okay, let me see if they. Oh, they absolutely don't hear you.
No, ha, ha,
So
ha.
you get to what would be kind of like a pen where you're just out of sight. You sneak up. You can tell no one's heard you because the sound effects that you're hearing are completely similar to the ones that happened a minute ago.
Alright.
You look up and over, and you notice that this looks like. What is the description of these creatures? Actually?
Oh, great! It's a creature.
It's an owl
It's a
plus a
creep.
bear.
Sure.
It's an owl bear.
Ah.
Well-
Alright.
It's a whole bunch of mules with bare
Yeah.
feet.
This muscular, savage humanoid stands 7 feet tall. Coarse hair covers most of its body. Its mouth is full of long, sharp fangs, and its nose is much like that of a bear.
Yeah, I ain't drank enough for
So
this.
it looks like that.
Oh,
Wow,
joy. Oh, joy.
God.
So that
Nice.
knowledge, so
it's basically the bastard child of an orc and a gnoll.
yeah. So basically, so for the people on the audio recording, this is a bugbear, is what I'm describing.
Oh, excellent. I am.
It's a type
Shit.
of goblinoid, larger goblinoid creature style.
Well, how many do I see?
You see 6 of them. What you also see is there seems to be some kind of very largemouth cave somewhere down where they're at, and you also find what would be a collared elf that seems to be teaching them how to fight.
Huh.
It looks like he's not there on his own will.
Ah,
Yeah.
Jared can help. If you come back and let us know.
I
too.
don't know.
Yeah. If you come back and let us.
well, I reckon I'm already there and I'm stealthed. I'm gonna pull out my bow real quick. And I'm gonna watch.
We're
How
not
are
there,
they
so-
grouped?
How are they grouped? All right. If you're just going to initiate combat and not tell them, yeah, we're just going to go ahead and jump straight in.
We're not there.
We're not
All
there.
right.
We'll let you handle it.
So I don't have the
you
ability
have
to
XP
draw
share
on this, and I
equipped?
don't have the tiles.
I have the XP share equipped.
Does Swell have the XP share equipped? Because he's just
Does have
handling
XP
it
share.
all.
So what we're going to do is there any way I can...
I have tiny small dice that you can use as a terrain.
as terrain.
We have tiles.
Actually, can I have 2 pieces of paper? Do you have 2 pieces of paper?
You may.
Actually, never mind. Don't. Actually, no, that won't work because then you won't be able to see this grid underneath.
No, we can just see
No,
it.
don't worry about it.
See?
No, don't worry about it.
Okay.
All right. So basically, what's functionally happening here is, what squares do you want to use for you? By the way, this is going to be your character for now. It's gonna be Erika,
Yay.
and this will be the colored elf.
Jarek.
Yeah, you figured it out.
That totally looks like her. She's like, come here, big boy.
They're gonna have the prettiest fucking half-elf babies.
All right, so this gorge, it's of varying levels across down like this lengthways. Here with the cave around right about here. So what I'm gonna do is take.
Don't we have tiles?
We do. I'll take that as the cave
Jesus.
because that's what I got. All right. These will be the bugbears. Okay.
Oh, okay. I think that.
Oh, that's actually perfect. Yeah, we use the mug.
I think that there should be half the number of
Okay.
bugbears.
So these guys are watching. Jarek is clearly fighting this one and teaching them how to go about doing that business.
Maybe they just.
You
wanted
guys are over
a
here
mentor.
of some kind. So Jarek is fighting one, and these are bugbears. And he's showing them how to fight. He seems to be using what would functionally be just like a sturdy stick, while it looks like they just wrapped a cloth around a morning star. So when he gets hit, you can tell from where you're standing that some of those studs will hurt him still.
But not as much.
But not as much. While he only has a stick to hit these guys
All right.
of some kind. He's also functionally just in like cloth trousers and pants. He's very bruised, battered, and it almost looks like, even though you know he hasn't been there long, what would be the early stages of malnourishment.
Okay.
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 All right.
So, bow in hand, I'm actually going to reach
Get
into
the
my
Munchkin
pocket.
Tokens?
What was that?
Have the Munchkin tokens for us?
Oh, you're right. The Munchkin tokens. That is something I can totally use for
Well,
you
we
guys.
could use those.
Is that a Gimli?
Yeah, these are from like the
Lord of the Rings Monopoly.
yeah Monopoly.
Monopoly, that's awesome. I
I'll
was about to
take
say it right
Aragorn.
here.
I'll
Do you want to use those guys or do you want to use the Munchkin tokens?
I want to be Aragorn, thank you.
Because here are the Munchkin tokens. If you don't want to use Sexy Lady, we also have these guys.
No, I want to be Legolas.
I am Aragorn,
Munchkins, that's awesome.
heir to the throne.
All right.
I'm
So-
the chick that's supposed to be good.
A lot of the
The chick?
malls Audis, I just.
This
I
is
just
your
had,
character?
Yeah.
Okay, so you are pretty close to these guys. Like looking
Oh,
right over.
we're chilling.
But you guys are all chilling like over here, behind like what's functionally like a bend in this area.
Yeah.
Right down here.
So, come
Now-
here often?
What we're gonna do is this one will be pepper. This one will be salt.
Owlbear? Oh, not Owlbear.
The wolves.
Oh, her.
Her wolves. Oh yeah, yours. Do you want a yellow? Because I know it's your favorite.
It's Thomas.
Nice Thomas.
Thomas is chilling with me. Same square.
Same square.
So, bow drawn, it seems they haven't heard me, correct?
They have not heard you at this stage, and in fact, this one's like in his back is exposed to you.
Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to, before I do anything, because my bow is drawn, I'm going to take caltrops and lay them in front of me.
You do know that this is functioning what would be like rocks and soft dirt. Caltrops would have practically almost no use of this area.
They have no use here.
Yeah, because when something steps on it, depending on like how the boot is, unless it just happens to go with the luck, but like
Well, I'm assuming they're barefoot.
it's not reliable. No, these things. Well, yeah, they're barefoot, but where you can tell like would be a callous foot.
Well, par meta knowledge, this is just what he does as a go-to trick. So
Okay, yeah.
I'll still lay him down.
Okay.
Caltrops aren't expensive anyway, so I'm gonna lay caltrops in front of me very lightly, so not to disturb anything. And I'm actually gonna put my signal whistle in my mouth. But I'm gonna take a shot at the one whose back is exposed.
Okay, yeah. So the one like what?
The one who
15,
doesn't
20
know.
feet away
The
from
one
you.
who doesn't know anything.
All right, so you get to just make a roll, and then we're going to do an initiative. Now, we do a group initiative, just so you know,
Yeah, that's
Haven, where instead of going like round robin, like it's your turn, then your turn, we just roll sides, almost like a JRPG.
That is a nat 20.
Nice.
Perfect. So that guy's getting crit.
Yeah, he takes times
Times
3. So
Times
I'll do. It is a D8 plus 2 times 3.
Okay.
So
A plus 2 times 3.
5 times 3 is 15 plus 2, right?
No, you add the two.
No, you add the
5
2.
plus 2,
So
so
7 times 3 is
21.
21.
21. Now, what is... That's 3. So how much health does number 3 have?
Bye,
Is it 21?
Yes.
Is he dead?
Okay.
Oh, I'd be so
In the butt. In the butt.
Okay.
What in the butt?
He takes an arrow to
The
like,
knee?
the
The base-
nape of the neck.
Base of his neck.
Oh.
Like right here in the base of his neck.
And he's dead?
And he makes a like. You've never heard a yelp as well as a growl sound at the same time before, but this creature does make it and begins to turn around.
Oh Lord! Yeah, when I see he hasn't gone down, I'm like, blow the signal whistle. Yeah, like that, loud enough.
I'm gonna say, what the fuck was that?
That means our cover's book.
All of these guys are now very much aware that this is going on, and Jarek goes to his like one knee, like gets
Oh.
low, not like prone, but he goes to a crouch like low position.
Yeah, that fucker's still up. Damn.
I'd like to take a free action to sigh very heavily.
Yeah. Now go ahead and give me a initiative.
That's
roll.
all you, motherfucker!
Initiative, excellent. 5.
Okay, they go first.
Damn it!
Okay.
All right. So this one is going to take its round to try to like break the back of the arrow.
Oh, that's hardcore.
Uh huh.
While this one is going to, he's just going to make a charge attack and just run up to you and just try to smash your head in with his Morning Star.
Cool.
Oh.
The best part of it.
Yeah.
Oof.
There's bugbear in your face, apparently. What is your AC?
Currently 16.
A 16?
Yes.
All right, so that is a miss. It comes down. He's not quite able. He misjudges with the steps. And the other thing I'm going to have roll is just give me a D4.
D4.
Mm-hmm. What is that?
That is a 4.
A 4. Okay, so your caltrops actually do end up affecting this guy. You get really lucky, and he does take 1 damage.
Woo!
Fuck that
is
guy.
4. So he's going to go down. Oh. Okay. This one takes Jarek and starts hauling him back off to the cave
Maybe they're
and
just hot
orders
for him.
these guys over to you. And you guys all
Oh.
start charging over to you.
Great.
Yeah, he's gonna need help.
Okay. Party's turn.
Alrighty then. Seeing as how that happened, I'm going to take my 5-foot step back from Sir Fuckface,
This way or this way or this way?
straight back towards you guys.
Like that
Yeah,
way?
that one.
That way, and then fuck me. I'm sprinting back that way and continuing to blow on the whistle.
So you can only take a 5-foot step. There's no other movement action. You just, if you want to fully disengage, you just sprint backwards and take a stack of opportunity. Or you can take a
Towards
5-foot
us?
step.
Yeah.
Where we were still concealed?
Yeah.
Or you just take a 5-foot step. So which one is it?
Oh, balls.
No. Balls deep, man. Do it.
I'm gonna take another shot at him then.
So you're gonna take another shot. Okay.
Yeah, I'll take a 5-foot step back and like.
Yeah. That frantically blowing your rape whistle.
Yeah, just like, oh dear God.
You know what I'm really hoping happens here? In the campaign I did a while ago, underground, our group of we were sent to go fight a black dragon, essentially, and I managed to charismatically, like I rolled really charismatic, or rolled for high charisma, and got this one like dwarven like guard lady who just sits there and does nothing to come with us. She was insulting us. I was like, "Why are you sitting there? And put your on to use." And she was like, "You know what? They don't pay me enough here. Fuck it, I'll come with you guys to help. Whatever. Maybe this dragon's got something good." And when we showed up, it was this big like underground like cavern with a bunch of water, and one of our party members got one-shotted with a big wad of acid, and basically the dragon out of nowhere started talking to us, telling us that he'll let us go and take our little whelpling with him, or with us, so long as we drop all of our wares, everything we own, and give it to the dragon. So for a good 5 minutes, we were literally sitting there debating, I don't know if we're ready to take this shit on, guys. Like, we sat there debating so hard, to the point where the DM was so tired of it, he's like, All right, well, I'm deciding that this lady, this NPC who came with you is like fed up with your shit, jumps in the water and starts swimming after this dragon. We were like, what the fuck you do? She proceeds to crit half of his health in one blow. She fucked this dragon so hard.
Nice.
It was like 60 damage in a single blow, and I was like, what?
Very
It
lucky
was-
NPC.
it was
Actually, you know what?
nuts.
I'm going to change that action. Instead of taking a shot, I'm going to drop my bow and then draw.
Okay, so you draw. Do
and,
you have quick draw?
yes.
Okay, so that is your that is
Drop
your
and
move.
quick draw.
Drop and quick draw. So then I take it you're doing what? You do full defense then?
Yeah, full defense. So my AC shoots up by 4.
With quick draw, he doesn't need to drop it. He can just.
You can actually holster and then quick draw your swords up.
Yeah. So then.
So you do have your bow reattached to whatever
So-
sling or thing you
Yeah.
have.
Yeah. So I'm just gonna drop, quick draw, and then full defense. So my AC goes up by 4.
Okay.
So I'm just, and again, I am blowing on that whistle.
Yeah. So you guys hear what sounds like a whistle, like a signal whistle being blown erratically, very stressfully actually. If you were to describe this whistle sound, it is stressful.
I'm really surprised that guy's still up.
All right. Now that was your turn, but these guys get an
Wow, that
action.
whistle sounds familiar. I have one of those. For walks home in the night.
Okay, so
After a
you
full night of
It was like.
you pop yourself up and you see it, and spiritual weapon. Now the 5 is the counter down. I'm
Yep.
assuming. Okay. Now these get. Does it have a chance to hit? I always have to ask, or is it just straight damage?
No, it rolls damage because it's an auto hit,
It's an auto hit weapon.
and it can attack on the first turn it's summoned, which is good for me. Which is the one I hate.
No, this was our mistake. Remember, you're supposed to roll for it. I just don't know where it is.
Yeah, spirit weapon is one of those really solid items to have in the game. One of the best spells. It's functionally adding another use.
It uses your base attack bonus plus your wisdom modifier. It
Wait.
strikes as a spell, not as a weapon.
Wait, I thought it was just an auto hit. What?
Yeah, we debated about this because we're like, oh man, it's not a. Because a lot of people use spiritual weapon. I'm like, wait, no, you have to roll to hit. And then
We
you're
could
like, no.
always house rule.
If you want to.
Well, what is the
Base
the
attack.
roll?
So mine is 3 plus my wisdom is 4, so I'll get a plus 7.
You basically inverse AC.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, go for it.
But with damage reduction, it counts as a spell, it's not as a weapon. So
Okay.
just
Yep. Which one are you attacking? This guy or this guy? That guy. This one. Okay. It's number 1, I believe. Yeah. It's number 1.
Fuck that guy up.
17.
17. Hit.
And for the sake of damage, it is force.
6.
6 damage. All right. So you hit this guy for 6 damage. He is still standing.
More whistle, so much whistle.
Whistle, 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 whistle. Use Agatha and Sable.
Can I get a clean shot from here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Does that still? Is it 30 feet or no?
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah, there's some terrain where like you're basically shooting over a waist high rock, but you can hit him from that point.
I'll give it a shot.
Yeah, you can totally hit him over that rock.
Oh,
But
no.
will she get point blank?
I believe is that 30 feet?
No, it's 35.
No,
Oh, is it?
not if it's 35. She won't get point blank.
Oh, okay.
She needs to be within 30 feet or
So
less.
don't blast
So
one.
it's just plus
The closest guy, which is number 4.
6 to a hit. No. Plus 8. Yeah.
Yeet.
Plus 8.
Plus 8?
Plus 8.
D20 plus 8?
Yeah, d20 plus 8 to hit.
What was the guy that...
Because I'm going to do a rapid shot.
Oh, nice.
Who was the
That's
guy
why
that
usually it's d20 plus
Dum-dum.
9.
Was it
But
this
I'm
guy?
That was supposed to be that guy.
I think it was that guy.
That's why.
Schwat.
Oh no, this is the guy that got dunked on.
Oh, okay. I took a
Yeah.
chance.
Yeah, he broke the air. That's why those guys went forward. Go ahead. 4.
No, that's a
Just 12.
12.
Yeah, so your arrow goes wild.
And then one more?
Yep.
I'm still.
Yeah. If you
Which
have,
one's the shot?
if you declare the
Nope.
goes wild.
Mm-hmm. Oops.
Okay, both shots go wild. Agatha, it's your turn. So in 3.5, you can move 30 feet. As a base movement, you can make a charge attack / you move 60 feet. They get a +2 to hit, but then you get a -2 to your AC on that round. You can move 15 feet and still get a partial attack off, or you can just take a 5-foot step.
Okay. What do I? Is she like in command of the the wolves?
Yeah, she can command them to attack as well, which they'll get 60-foot movement. But they can make as far as I believe. No, they can. Wolves have 40-foot movement, right? Or is it 60? Let me look up what wolf movement is. Wolf movement is.
Thus far, I'm not gonna lie, this was a pretty solid plan on my part. Pretty solid.
Yeah, totally quality plan.
Ask us, what we think about this plan.
Well, I mean, I wasn't gonna
No,
sneak
Warren.
out and then try to sneak right back in.
Might as well. I'm here. Might as well get fucked.
I'm not
So
gonna
their
lie.
speed is 50. So what they can do is either go 25 feet and make an attack, or they can make a charge attack move 100 feet, and then they get a +2 to their attack, but they get a -2 to their AC that round. But you do command both.
Welcome to the top 10.
So I can move how far in command?
So you can move your full 30 while also commanding them to go. But basically, they're acting as independent characters that you get to basically say like attack.
Okay, I will move full 30 and then tell them to attack.
Okay, so
I'll
we-
move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
You can
Up here?
move diagonal counts as well as a 5-foot movement.
Oh.
You don't have to go.
Okay.
Yeah. So
2, 3, 4.
Oh, Park Place.
I'll move 5. Actually, I'll move right there
okay.
and tell them to sick.
Sick 'em? Okay, and are you commanding them to do like just sick 'em, like do their like, just go for it?
They're both charging.
Yeah. Okay, so they're both charging, so they can move. I believe the full board of it. They're going to latch on to the first person that they find,
Yep.
that they come across, which is this guy. So he's number 4. Okay. Wolves get. That's the bonus, so it's going to be roll me 2d20 plus 5 on each of them, and that's going to determine their attack roll.
18
Total hit.
and 13.
Total hit.
Plus 5.
Yep. So they both hit, which is going to be 1d6 plus 1 damage. Sure you don't want to...
Oh, yeah, I would love to.
the absurdly large ass dice.
I can have to close my eyes 'cause this is really easy to intentionally
Yeah,
roll
you
6.
theoretically could just be like, I'd like to roll it. Drop it on the 6.
Or
This
just
thing is the
roll up
size
my
of
hand
it.
like this.
It's up to you. Also, if you want, you can go to the
You could,
the
well,
carpet
you
and just
could
kind of like...
chuck it, like bowl it.
Yeah, you want to bowl it on the carpet here? Okay, that's a 2 plus 1, so 3 damage.
3 damage each? Or does
Oh
that
no, so
just
you
for
get to
one?
roll second one. Yeah, that's one of them. One of their attacks.
5.
5 plus 1, so
6.
6. So this guy takes 6 and 3, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
so 9.
So 9 damage total. All right.
Oh dear.
13. Okay, that's how he is. So he is still alive. But he now has 2 wolves on him, and I believe they have.
Trip.
Yeah, so they can make a free action to trip. So go ahead and give me a d20 roll real quick. We're gonna make 2 attempts.
Sorry, say again.
Go ahead and give me a d20 roll, and we're basically seeing if your wolves are able to pull him to the ground.
There's a 1.
So the first one misses. First one's fail.
19.
Yeah, so the second one, which is going to be Salt, he actually ends up taking this one down to the ground.
Yeah, nice.
He's still alive, just dealing with 2 wolves eating him. He's a bit preoccupied.
Wait a second, is that a wolf?
Where did this come from? Borg. All right, is that everyone's turn?
Yeah.
I like how she's pointing to, like,
Get that one. That one. All right, initiative roll.
Initiative roll.
That's you, bud.
Yeah, that's still you. You're the closest.
6.
Reroll.
Mother dick. 5.
5. So these guys go first.
God
Fucking
damn it.
fuck on a fuck.
This guy is going to attempt to get the wolves off of him.
Attacks of opportunity.
He's not trying to get up. He's trying to like
Never mind,
fend
wrong.
them off of him.
I'm wrong.
Which go ahead and give me a d20 roll.
Let there be teeth.
Basically, actually give me 2 of them.
10 and 9.
Yeah. So it's basically a tie between both ways. So like these guys locked into it. He spends the entire round just keeping these guys off the damage.
Gotcha.
Just stop. Oh, fuck. Basically. This is all in a language you don't understand. It's just clearly bugbear or goblinoid of some kind.
Translation.
Yeah, it's
Down,
all
slot,
Russian.
Down. Sprechen
I mean,
Russian.
they're like bear-ish, so.
Oh.
All right.
They're like bearish.
Bear-ish.
All right.
Bear-ish.
But you brought your swords out, so this guy's gonna come up and try to attack you. Yeah.
Full defense.
And you have what, 20 AC?
20.
20 AC. He hits you.
Oh my lord!
Because Ty goes to attack her.
Oh.
Okay.
Oh, this is gonna hurt.
10 damage. You rolled max damage too.
Mother dick.
Yeah.
So as this
Jesus.
morning star come down,
Yeah, so his morning star comes down. You end up like successfully putting both swords
Is
up.
the
like,
rape whistle
"Shink!"
still between
Yeah,
your
you're
lips?
blowing and like the strength of his swing pushes past both the swords and they crest inwards and the mace collapses in on your shoulder
oh, that's the one with the pauldron though.
and you hear a sad whistle. Just a grunt and it was like if a whistle could deflate, that's the sound effect.
it's effectively a kazoo.
Either that or just like those like sudden like powerful bursts. And you're like,
Like that.
you know.
Wah, wah, wah.
This one comes up to Salt and he's functionally gonna go golfing on.
Don't you
Mace.
fucking touch them! Stay away from the canines!
No actual
Which
wolves.
to hit?
No! Not the wolves.
No actual wolves were harmed.
No wolves were harmed in making you this film. Go ahead and on your paper, can you write HP, Salt, HP, Pepper?
Alright, it's fine.
That's my favorite tabs.
I got it. So,
HP salt, HP pepper.
Salt, HP, Pepper. Both have 13.
Salt at
just
negative
took-
2.
So both have 13 base. That's their total. Salt just took 5 damage.
alright. Oh.
So he's total 8.
Oh yeah, I'm
Yeah.
10 down.
Okay, so
10,
Salt took some damage.
No!
6.
Not the wolves!
This one is going to try to move around everybody.
No, fuck that guy.
And this one is going to move to try to get Pepper.
Stop it with the wolves. What is this?
He failed.
Why are you like this?
Why did you
Oh
put a
wait.
wolf
How
down?
hard did he fail?
He failed enough to drop his Morning Star on the ground. He came down with a big swing,
That's what you get for
Ends
going
up
for the fucking
realizing
puppies.
he's actually going to hit his friend on accident, so lets go of the mace and it clatters to the ground.
Wait a minute. Oh. Friendship.
Did those two already go into the cave?
So this one, is, on this turn, ends up throwing Jarek to the ground, and then calling for something in the cave.
Oh.
He's like in the mouth of the cave.
Why is there more?
Yay.
Okay. Alright, so Jarek is now on the
I
ground.
hope he's just calling for his
It doesn't
mom.
look like
Mom,
Jarek
meatloaf!
is bound. It just clearly he was put into what would be where he was shackled before, but he's not currently tied down in any way.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. That is their turn. It is now the party's turn. Where would you like to go? Right here?
Right here.
Right there. Okay.
Hit him.
So,
hit
Mr.
him,
Unarmed.
Hit him. Hit him while he's down. Slam the last half of my arrow into his neck.
16.
16. It's a miss. Yeah. Your force mace connects, but it's unable to do anything to him. It hits like perfectly on a piece of armor. And you see the disbursement of energy, but it doesn't seem to affect the
Sounds
bugbear.
Okay. Shit.
Yeah, totally within 30 feet for your point blank shot.
I just want my owl with me. Alright. Plus 9. 18.
18's a hit.
Okay, that's 1. Is that the, yeah?
And you're hitting this guy, right?
Yeah. plus
Okay,
9
blow
again. 17.
Hit. Okay, so that's number 1. He takes 2 shots. So he's already taken some damage. I believe it's from your arrows, right?
I didn't.
No, his shots
No,
went
I
wild.
whacked him.
Mine.
You whacked him with the
Whack.
thing, yeah. So he got hit with a force mace, then he takes 2 arrows right to center mass. Gotta hit that center torso.
2d8. So it's 2d8 plus 2.
Yeah.
2d8 plus 4. No, 2d8 plus 2.
Do you have the strength bow? What
No,
kind of?
No, that
It's
was
just a
mine.
plus
You had
1.
it.
So 2d8 plus 2.
Yeah, 2d8 plus 2 because it's you live within 30 feet damage, right?
Beautiful.
5 and 6.
So 11, 14, 13 damage.
13.
Yeah. So that he takes 2 arrows from center mass, and much like Faramir and Boromir, just thunk, and it goes down to his knees and then ceases movement. I know, I had to hit you with the feels.
First the wolves and then Boromir. What you got against Sean Bean, honestly?
Poor Sean
Hasn't
Bean.
he had enough?
Sean Bean is face enough.
Okay, carry on, kids.
All right.
Here you go.
I moved my mace. So I
That's. Or is that your only thing you want to do?
yeah,
I
as a
thought,
move action, I can move the mace.
That's
Okay.
crazy. I thought you could just do
I thought
it.
it was independent. Turns out it's not nearly as powerful as Legolas.
You
That's.
That's a move action, so you can still cast a spell if someone's next to you, though,
You
right?
can still-
Yeah, fire.
Okay, so like you could like heal person and still use your move to do that.
I think my standard action is to attack with the mace. No.
Oh, the mace is the attack. It's a second.
I'll read about it and it's fine.
Yeah. Okay. Pablo.
Fuckface number 1 who's in front of me.
Yeah. You just slash this bitch up.
Yeah, so plus 9, that is a 14.
It's a miss.
That is a miss. Okay.
Yeah.
So whiff, and then I guess after I whiff, that's all I can do. Can I go back into full defense?
Nope.
No.
Nope. So
So
then
you kick his mace off of you after it collapsing in your chest. You make a swipe with your blade. He ends up sucking in his gut and backing up a bit, and it goes right in between the distance between the two of you
Oh,
without
yeah.
connecting. Agatha,
All right. I'm going to.
what you can do is you can move here and attack him, because that's with anything within 15 feet you can move to and then make a single attack to.
Is it possible for me to charge and attempt to stab the guy on the ground being dealt with by the wolves?
The problem with that though is your wolves are occupying this space, so you would take penalties if you occupied the same spaces as your wolves.
Okay. In that case,
But
I will
with
charge
3 movement, you can move here or here and attack either one of these guys with the standard like swinging your sword.
I will
Go for that guy.
take a drive at his gut.
Drive at that guy's gut. Go ahead and give me a 1d20 plus what is it? 5? Yeah, 1d20 plus 5.
17 plus 5.
Nice.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, so that's an absolute hit.
Nice.
And then your damage is
1d8
a
plus 2.
1d8 plus 2.
This is the 8, yeah.
yes.
So 6.
6 damage. Okay, perfect. This guy takes 6 damage. This is the first time that guy took battle damage. I ended up cutting open the first part of his chest armor. Alright. And then your wolves can actually start trying to attack this guy.
Yeah, they
If
will.
you want to make him do some rolls. So basically you're going to be doing 2 rolls of 1d20 plus 3.
14 plus 3
Okay, so that's a hit.
and 13.
Okay, so the first one's a hit, the second one is not a hit. So go ahead and roll peppers.
It's a d6 plus 2, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, if I wanted, I looked it up. If I wanted to take an action with
3 plus 2 is a 5.
here, I can't do this.
You get your
Wow.
Alright, so this thing's
That
still alive,
sucks.
but your wolves are just eating this thing
It's
alive.
not nearly as cool as it used to be.
It's not, he may be
Lame.
successfully been able to fend off
We
Salt,
can
but he's
always
not able to
house
fend
rule.
off Pepper at the same
And
time.
always a house rule is.
Alright,
Top of the round.
is that top of the round? You probably went first.
Huh?
Did party go first?
No, you
Alright,
went first.
We went first. Oh, so it's top of the round. Reroll initiative.
6.
Party go first.
Oh, excellent. Fuck that guy.
So you're gonna stab that guy?
I'm gonna stab that guy again. Yay! 26.
Yeah, you absolutely hit.
Don't like him.
This is number 6. Okay.
And that is a D8 plus 5. That is 10 damage.
Okay. 10 damage.
Yeah.
Alright, he is still alive, but you seem she cut open a piece of that armor and you just go straight in with that piece of armor.
Thank you, Cat.
Yeah.
It's really
he gave you
weird.
that vulnerability and you took it.
Not to be like an asshole, but it's really weird to see a different fighter than Luke.
She kind of looks at him like, gives him a wink,
because
like,
it's
hey,
so
good
weird not
job.
rolling like a D10 plus 12.
Yeah,
Yeah.
It
right?
was like 5 plus 5.
She kind of
Hey,
like
I'm
looks
being
at him and
nasty,
gives
bro.
him. She kind of looks at him and gives him this wink, like, "Hey, glad you cut that teamwork. Good job."
Oh,
Sort of
yeah.
thing.
Like, Ben and Jerry's is just like, I do nothing but stab things.
Can I heal by stabbing? I'll do that.
I'll stab.
I always make my fighters a jack of all trades because like my bow does about the same amount of damage as my sword does.
Yeah,
So
that's fine. I'm a specialist.
I'm a versatile.
All right. So only you went so far. Who's going next?
I'm gonna. Oh, okay.
No, you go for it.
You.
No, I'm just gonna move and shoot. Same.
Same guy.
Nothing fan. This guy.
This guy now. All right. So you go ahead and make some shots.
Shot.
I fucking knew that was happening. Alright, +9.
Dale.
Yeah, +9.
Yeah. So this guy has not taken damage yet.
16 +9.
Hit.
25. And then second one, +9.
15.
15.
15. So that one's a miss. First and one is a hit though.
Okay.
Shoots him in the eye.
D8
Next
plus
turn,
one.
other eye. Why?
2.
Hey, 2 damage.
2 damage!
2 damage. So he
Yeah, so
takes
far.
2 damage.
Yeah, I have been knocking him
The
back.
arrow ends up passing just
I'm down to
past
34.
his side and cutting his side open. It's not. It's more of a glancing wound, but you can tell it's still something that would have to get stitched up. So, still did some damage.
2!
2.
Yeah!
All right.
I like to move diagonally behind Sable.
Right here?
Yeah,
Okay.
and I'll just command the hammered attack again.
Bah.
Okay.
I like
10. Damn it.
I like the
10.
10.
Yeah.
Okay. 10 to hit or 10, or 10 damage.
10 to hit.
Yeah. So 10 to hit is not enough to kill to make the hit. So
You know
once
he's
again, you hit a pauldron, and it looks like the damage just dissipated on the armor. Whatever thing this guy has on his back is powerful back armor. All right, Jarek ends up making a mad dash for this guy's back and comes swinging down a stick on this guy's head.
Do it, Jarek. Stick 'em.
And it ends up just missing slightly and running straight into his pauldron. But he's now flanked.
Do it!
Yeah. Okay.
What's the one on the
Your
back?
turn. So you have your wolves to go, and I believe you have.
Yeah, what's the one
Gotcha.
guy?
That's the dead guy.
Oh, there.
I'm removing him from it because this guy's currently prone, and so until that guy gets up
Oh, okay.
or dies, I'm gonna keep down like
Choo.
that.
See again.
I'm going to do the same attacks.
Stabu!
All right, so
I'm
you're
gonna,
gonna.
I'm gonna, so he got shanked at. He's hurted it. I'm not gonna give him any quarter.
All right, so go make another slash attack.
He's taking another.
KS him.
Yeah.
Quite clearly got tired after the first swing.
We all do it.
So you're like,
We
yeah,
all
you did it. You wink at your buddy like, good job. With.
I was a bit distracted.
Hold on, I need
Sorry,
to.
my boy toy's over there. I'm just,
Hold on, I need to.
I'm having a moment, you know.
Yeah, Jarek ran up and made a swing. She was just like, oh, hey, how's it going over
my-
there?
my man.
Whoops, I missed.
You're only slightly emaciated, still hot.
I'd still smash.
But yeah, and so your wolves still have an opportunity to swing and
Eat
eat
him.
at to bite at.
The
They
wolves
are still
swing.
chewing that guy out.
Yeah, they're still gonna chew that guy. All right, so give me
Give
two.
him a hell of a day.
20s plus 3.
So it's a 9.
It's a
plus
miss.
3. 14 plus 3.
That's a hit. So Salt ends up biting him this time.
Hey.
So the guy switches over to try to stop Pepper from eating him, but Salt comes in for an attack. Go ahead and give me a D6.
6 plus 2, so that's 8.
6
Nice.
plus 1.
Oh, plus 1?
Wrong.
Oh no,
Seven.
It was always plus 2.
6 plus 1. 6 plus 1.
Oh, plus 1?
Seven.
Okay,
So
so
7 damage to him. He was
That was a,
down.
The prone boy.
that was a nice
He's
little,
having
This guy looks like he's about to die. Like on a scale from 1 to
they got an
23.
artery right there.
Yeah, from a scale from 1 to 23, this guy's a 1.
Oh man, I missed that.
They
I
got
missed that.
Vicks
I missed that threshold by an arbitrary 2. Damn it!
He's really close to death. With these wolves just like ripping into him. Is that everyone?
Now it's your schmucks.
Now it's my schmuck's turn. All right. So he's gonna turn around and try to deal with. He realized his friend's fucked, so he's gonna try to attack Jarek.
You're dying, bud. I got other things to deal with.
He
got
takes
hit
a
by
large
stick.
underhanded swing, and rolls a natural 1. Jarek ends up catching the mace and disarming it. Now he has the mace.
That Elven Grace guy.
didn't teach you that one, bitch!
And that's what he sounds like now.
Welcome to school, bitch.
This bugbear is now completely disarmed. This guy is going to once again try to fend off the wolves. Give me a
Cry a little.
2d20 real quick. Just roll 2 flat d20.
A 12.
Yeah, he already failed. This guy rolled a 5, so anything higher than a 5 at this point, yeah, you this guy,
14.
he's trying. He's too weak at this point to try to get up and do anything. So this one's gonna squeeze up against the wall a bit, and then try to attack you. So both are attacking you now.
Oh joy.
And you have
16 AC.
16 AC.
Right now.
So one.
Sorry,
hit.
no, sorry. Not 16. I have an 18. Full defense was had me up at +4.
Okay, so 2 hits.
Yeah, 18.
So 2 hits. All right, another 10 damage.
What the fuck? Are you fucking
not
kidding
kidding.
me? Oh my god!
So you get another mace that swings down, and then this guy comes in and swings for 3. So you take 3 damage. So.
This is what you get for blowing the rape whistle when you're not about to be raped.
Now he's being raped.
Now you get raped!
Yeah.
Not
At this point,
okay.
after taking 2 maces, like morning stars, to your basically face and shoulders and torso, the rape whistle falls out of your mouth. Yeah. Oh god.
Better yet, I'm surprised you didn't swallow it.
No, my signal whistle's on a chain. My signal whistle's on a chain. That's why I was like,
You don't fucking know, dude. Oh, it's on a chain? Okay, so it's hanging.
Alright, so on that turn, out from this, he comes running out and he says something in whatever bugbear language is, and then what doesn't sound like a word, but sounds more like a name, and that's Shivala. And then this shows up. A giant spider.
it's always a spider.
Yeah.
Well, religion check?
Is it vermin?
Yeah, actually, it's vermin.
It's vermin!
Which is your favorite
My
enemy.
favorite enemy!
It's vermin. So you now have a giant spider on the
I
map.
like how it's your favorite enemy, so you just shoot one up and just be like,
Bitch!
It hits.
crit.
No, bitch! I got Urbosa's Fury ready for that fucking spider. That shit ain't going
Oh yeah, you
nowhere.
haven't used that.
I haven't used it. I'm ready for the spider.
Alright, so
Urbosa's Fury.
now
I've got
2 new enemies have entered the battlefield.
I have the perfect theme for how this fight is going.
I'm gonna fucking
Thomas the Tank
fuck up
Engine theme.
Shelob and shit.
It's Shivala.
It's Shelob.
It's Sheila. Yeah. What?
Is that the sound of your rapist?
Yes, it is.
So sad.
And accurate.
It sounded so cool, and then the fucking pan flute. Somebody, you're really honest attempt.
It's
Hold
our
on, this is
theme
how,
song.
when he gets hit. This is how I picture his whistle sounding. Hold on, you hear it?
That is fucking hilarious.
Basically.
You know what's sad? I feel like that's just like our theme song for the entirety of the campaign.
An attempt was made. An honest
That's
attempt
our
was made.
adventuring theme.
It's our adventuring theme.
It really
Back to
is.
serial
And
themes.
of course, I think that our guild cry should be "Who pulled?"
Who pulled?
Pablo's character.
Initiative?
It is
Yeah,
initiative.
now it is initiative.
That's
Top
you,
of the
bitch.
Oh.
One.
Party goes first.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm just gonna walk up to him.
I'm
Walk up to who?
him.
Walk up behind,
Like right here.
yeah, Matt, and just pure fucking moderate. Yeah, moderate.
Okay. So you lay a hand on his back. You can feel where there's been some dents that shouldn't be on a person.
Puts his hand up and goes, "Hey."
Come on, man, not now. 2d8 plus 5. No, plus 6. So 3, 4,
So 10 health.
10 health.
10
That's
health.
good. That's like one
That's
hit.
one full
That's one
mace
hit.
hit. That's one whole mace hit. These
Cool.
You got it back. You got it back. All right, I'm
guys are
gonna
pummeling you at this point.
I'm gonna shoot twice.
Yep. So you're gonna shoot twice.
I took a 5
The
step.
one that's the back.
Yeah.
Okay. So his AC is functionally lower now because he's not getting his AC. He's
Okay,
doing a
well,
back attack.
plus 9.
Yeah, so that's a hit. That's an easy hit.
Okay.
I'm at 76% health right now.
That's a hit as well.
Okay. I'm
2
gonna.
hits to this guy.
What is it? So 2d8 plus 2.
Yeah.
Okay, so 8.
8 total?
Oh no! I'm wrong. 2 plus 2. 6, sorry.
6 total?
Yeah, 6 total.
Okay.
Because I did a 2 and a 2, and then plus 2.
You're
4.
within 30 feet, so.
Huh?
Within 30 feet as well. Does that count?
8. No, yeah, I counted it in, so 6.
So 6.
6
Okay,
total.
6. Okay.
Sorry.
So he is still alive.
Yeah.
But he now has 2 arrows in his back. He's not having a good
There's
day.
an arrow in your butt.
Okay,
He can almost just spit out his drink.
Free action to say that.
the guy on the left of me, the one that's closest to the wall,
Yeah.
fuck that guy.
Okay, you try to fuck that guy.
Alright, it's number 3.
Hey,
Number
that's
three.
my job.
21.
Smart move with the.
21, that's a hit.
21.
Smart
21.
Yeah, that's the guy that actually originally took your arrow shots.
I know. That's why I'm trying to get rid of bodies.
Yeah.
Smart move with the Sharpies.
He takes 8 damage.
8 damage. That is enough to fell him. So he is down.
That spot where that arrow was in,
Yeah.
The opposite side.
just the front side this
Let me
time.
finish making that hole.
Just for now.
Can
Can you do me a favor real quick and do the wolf's attacks? Because if I can get
Sure.
D20s?
2d20.
2d20s. Yeah,
Gotcha.
this guy is...
On death's door.
Any hit at all is going to kill him.
A gentle breeze.
Yeah, a light breeze.
Is it possible for this wolf to disengage and attack that guy?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah. You,
If the first one hits.
Okay.
If the first
so
one hits.
who are you rolling first? Salt or pepper?
I'll roll pepper first.
Pepper first. Okay.
Spepper.
Because I was like, which one was salt, which one was
Are they
pepper?
gonna have a kid named
Pepper.
Paprika?
I love that reference.
So that one misses. So the one salt
Sweet
that's attacking him
reference.
on the ground does not do anything. And then
Didn't
salt
they have like a
disengages
second kid too?
and also misses.
Well, I don't think so.
I think they had a
Okay.
It's just
second kid.
paprika.
I think they had a second
Oh, they
kid.
did.
Cinnamon?
I
Yeah.
think so.
I
Getting
think.
busy?
Yeah, I
So
think
that
they had a second one.
leaves. Actually, I think it is just Agatha's left.
Okay.
Agatha and Jarek.
Is it? It's not possible for her to squeeze in there and try to stab him, is it?
Did you
Seeing
see?
as he fended the dogs off.
I shot.
To get in there, no, you're not able to. You're still blocked
Alrighty.
by,
I'm down
by
to
this
30.
guy.
Okay. She
arrows.
feels like she got her wind back, so she's gonna take another.
Second wind. She does have stamina.
Which is a hit.
Hey.
13
Gotta
plus
love
5,
that
that's a
libido.
hit.
It's all in her legs, though.
No.
I am happy.
Squeeze.
Yeah, they did.
5.
Cinnamon,
Yeah.
yeah.
I can't believe we got
I
that.
Alright,
know. Our Blue's Clues trivia is so sharp.
Aw, I hope Sophia watches that.
She doesn't. You've never
So
seen
that's
Cinnamon?
6.
They're so tiny.
For 6
She's so
damage?
cute.
Yes, damage.
She's
Okay, perfect. So he's
she-
still alive, but he seems pretty worse for
She
wear.
doesn't
He's not
watch
doing
Blue's
well.
Clues?
No. They don't watch Nick Jr.
All right, now
They
Jarek
watch,
is
like,
going to
Disney
make
stuff
his attack
instead.
at
Watch Nick Jr.
this guy, but this time he has a weapon that actually can do some real damage, and he rolls a 1.
Okay, yeah, good. Roll
Okay,
one
we're
for
all
severity.
fumbling.
He swings down with the weapon. The bugbear then takes it. Now he has it as well.
What?
I'm a quick learner. I see, monkey do.
This is bad.
But Jarek still has his stick, so there's that.
It reminds me of that moment in Rush Hour where they're like stealing each other's pistols. You know?
It's mine.
Yeah,
At this point, they really are just like fighting over a stick back and
yeah.
forth.
This has gone on for 12 seconds.
Yeah.
Like, it's actually a good chunk of time.
Yeah, this guy's like malnourished. He's a full 7-foot-tall bugbear. He's doing
He's
all
doing
right.
pretty well for himself. Anyway, so
It is now their turn.
I'll have you know he's been rolling around in caltrops.
He's rolling around Caltrops the whole time. No, that's actually, is that the square?
That is the square.
That is the square?
Yeah, want me to roll?
Because he went.
It's too
back.
late for that. We're gonna have a roll
Are
for it.
you? Because
If
you
you
seem
said it
keen
was
on
earlier-
getting rid of him.
If you said earlier, I would have done it. But
It's
no.
on his turn. He's moving.
Oh, so this guy's gonna attack Jarek with his Morning Star, and he actually hits him.
God damn it, Jarek.
God damn it, Jarek.
He hits Jarek for 4 damage. We're not gonna keep. I guess to keep track of Jarek's health. Can you write
can do
Jarek's
it.
health?
I can do it.
Max
so Jarek
99.
had 28 health starting, and he
Max
just
99.
took 4.
Oh no.
Yeah, he's overall fine.
Immortal object.
Yeah. The one on the ground is once again going to try to fend off the wolves. Go ahead and give me 2 d20 rolls.
Just one.
No,
the
one.
other-
Yeah, just one roll. Yeah.
14.
So actually, no, just the one roll because only one is facing him now because Salt's doing it. He actually is able to kick Salt away. Not hurt Salt. He's
Okay.
able to get Salt back enough
No squeals this time.
and able to get up. So now Salt actually does get an attack of opportunity.
Yeah.
He does.
But he's able to get Salt off him long enough to try to get up.
Roll out a d20.
So you roll me an attack of opportunity. which is basically just a regular attack against the character. You just get it for free. Just get it for free.
Oh, attack. So
No,
the,
no. You
No,
get a regular attack.
that
So
was
you,
a 5.
while he's trying to get up, because he rolled a 5, so it's
Okay.
fine. Salt tries to get a bite at this guy and fails, and he ends up getting back up on his feet. But he's at some point in time during that incursion, he dropped his Morning Star.
No,
So
okay.
he's
Well, yeah, he had
out
to
of weapon.
fend off 2
Yeah, he's
wolves.
fending off 2 wolves. He's not armed, but he is up, and I think he's got 1 health, so he's not doing well. The one facing you is going to make an attack against you.
Come at me, bro.
What's a Morning Star's crit rate?
Type 2.
Is it a 20 or is it 19 through 20?
20.
It's only 20? Okay.
Should be. It's just a morning star.
It's a Morning Star. I don't know if it's 19 through 20 or just 20.
I'll look it up.
Because rolled a natural 19, that's what I'm checking.
Okay.
Beat my ace by
Morning
1.
Star, right?
Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
That's alright.
yeah. Fuck that.
Well, it's 19 plus 5, technically.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
It's a one-handed, right?
Yeah.
What is it? Here it is. Yeah, just 20.
Just 20? Okay, so he damage roll? 10 damage.
Oh, come on, I just healed that.
These guys are rolling really well against you on
Just
damage.
Why me?
Just max damage rolls against you. For canonical reasons, at this point, your skull pauldron is shattered.
No! I worked hard on that!
Yeah, you're-
I hope you
The
feel better.
bone
But
skull
I worked
pauldron
hard
is
on
just
that!
shattered.
Can we mend this? We can mend this, right?
We can make whole.
How much health do you have?
Huh?
How much health do you have at this point?
I'm at 33 now.
With another 10 damage?
He healed me for 10, so that
Okay.
last turn didn't happen.
Okay.
How much health do you have?
Huh? 56. I'm a
Okay,
fighter.
Good, you're fine.
Okay, yeah, you're good. But yeah,
I'm not
your
bad. I was
skull
at
pauldron
76. Now at
has been destroyed at this
64%.
point. All right, so I think that's. Oh no, it's these guys' turn.
Nah.
Uh-oh.
Oh shit. Why do they have spiders?
Why does it have to be
So
spiders?
he ends up getting just enough to flank.
No!
This one skitters across the battlefield.
Ah! I hate skittering.
And
I
now
love
Jarek is
skittering.
completely surrounded by monsters.
Go save your boy toy.
Yeah.
Alright,
Top of the round.
wait, initiative.
And now it's initiative roll.
It's our turn, right?
No, you guys went
We
first.
went first.
We went first. We rolled a
He
1.
rolled a
What
1.
did I do?
Oh, no, yeah. No, Jojo didn't do
Oh, did you
anything
not do
yet.
that? Yeah, you go. Yeah, I thought you went.
No.
Oh no, the last move you did was last round you
Yeah.
healed. Oh yeah, okay, go.
Alright,
for it.
go do your thing.
Yeah.
Go do your turn.
Sure. I'll use my one cure serious wounds.
Yeah!
3d8 plus 6.
Okay.
3,
So 9,
4.
10, 16. So you heal 16. He's going like, just let me fucking die.
Heal for 16. 49 health. Oh, yeah.
You're having a
All right. Now, when you cast spell,
Doozy of a day.
are you still able to have your mace attack?
No.
87%.
Because that's my action.
That is your action.
I'm at
Okay.
87% health.
Okay. Now it is top of the roll.
Yep, this is my last round for my mace.
Mhm.
5.
Party goes first.
Fuck that guy in
You
front of me.
stab that guy. Go ahead and make an attack roll.
Plus 9. That's
28.
19.
Okay, yeah, that's a hit.
Wait, what's your crit range?
That's what I'm checking right now. It's a crit.
It's a crit. Give me your crit roll.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, boy.
So that's that sweet D8 plus 5. So 8 times
2?
2.
So 16 damage
16.
total.
I'm going, and no, just because fuck that guy in particular, I'm going to finish caving in his chest.
Yeah, so you just bury your sword deep in his chest, and that is enough to end him.
Oh, fuck that
It's
guy.
about freaking time.
Yeah, so he goes down. And then what I'm also going to do is because... No, leave him on the ground.
Okay.
Because that guy's up now, I can replace these dice with people
People
actually on the ground, so we have an idea of bodies.
Body.
All right, so that was your turn.
Hey, Puppet Pal Mitch!
Bonk.
Bonk on the head! What is that? Plus 7, 16. Fuck!
16?
Yeah.
That's okay, because his back is facing that character, so he doesn't get his dex. It's a hit.
Well,
Hey.
Yeah.
Do your
Back
damage.
attack. Gotta love back attack. 3 damage.
3 damage.
All right, and this guy was full health.
Ah.
Number 4.
He was at 1.
Yeah, he was at 1 health, so he dies too. Puppet Pal Mitch hits him in the back of the head.
Bonk on the head! That's the way I see it's happening. He's got these wolves, he's like, fuck. And gets up. Makes just go.
it falls down.
It's like no shit in Looney Tunes, or just
All right.
dies. It's like
So
bitch
now
you thought.
there's Agatha, Salt, Pepper, and Sable have stuff left to do.
And
Jared.
Thomas.
Thomas has 6 HP.
Thomas is very weak.
Thomas is there for aesthetic, okay?
See with your special eyes.
You want to go for it, Agatha?
Yeah, sure. She sees all this shit. Is she able to do a charging attack at him? Or how does that work?
You don't have to do a charging attack. What I'll let you do is,
You
if
just
you
walk up
want
to
to walk here, you can have the wolves move there, so you can just kind of like, if you want the wolves to surround like that, you totally can.
Coordinated
yes.
strike.
Yeah, coordinated
Coordinated
strike. So you
strike.
come up to this guy's back, and you have Salt, Pepper, and you all facing this guy's back.
And we
So that's
about
our
to
burner today.
fucking chew him up.
Oh yeah.
All right,
Our
go
advantage
ahead
up.
and make the attack rolls in the order that you would like. Just let me know which ones you're making.
All right. She'll do hers first.
Okay.
Flat-footed.
So roll in.
Oh yeah, that flat-footed.
So hers first.
Oh,
13
nice.
plus 5.
So that's a
17.
hit. It's his back, so it's got his flat foot AC.
On the blackboard.
So he takes
On the
some
black.
damage.
1d8 plus 2. That's a 4.
Nice.
4. Okay.
Nice.
So 4. And then
He's still up.
their wolves
And the wolf.
attacks first.
The wolves.
7 plus.
So that is a miss.
And then.
Salt, I mean, Pepper.
Fine.
So they both miss. They nip at his heels, but they're not able to get anything past his
Okay.
armor. Not able to get solid blows. Now, Sable, where you're standing, you probably could shoot over the heads of Salt, but you would run the risk of accidentally shooting Salt if you were to hit it.
Impulsive fury!
Oh, so you just move forward and just snap your finger at this giant.
It's vermin!
Okay, yeah, go ahead and make.
Is the shot a line or just a
I
target?
feel like
It's a line, yeah.
you
It's
feel
basically
like how my
lightning bolt
paladin
the spell
does
she has to roll
in
a
our
touch
last
attack.
campaign
Huh?
when you see that thing, because everyone sees it and we all go, oh shit, and you're there like,
So
Like-
you walk
I
up
don't
to
like
it,
vermin.
you have to do a touch attack. A ranged touch attack.
Okay,
So
can I do it from there?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
You, lightning bolt has
Oh.
as long as the line of sight, like it's like 100-foot range.
Do we want to explain to him what she's doing?
Okay, so she has a magic ring that casts lightning bolt level 5. She just has to point at something while snapping her finger.
And surprisingly, it came off the mummy, and when the mummy tried it, it fizzled, so we didn't die.
No, it didn't
but-
fizzle. It fell off its finger. 'Cause
No,
a
the
mummy
finger
couldn't-
fell off
A
because
mummy
it
can't
couldn't.
snap. It doesn't have the
no,
dexterity.
but that reminds me because like I was saying, because our DM put us in this like really gloomy town, and out of this big old factory ended up marching like a small undead army. Everybody was terrified except for myself and Blake, who was playing as a cleric, and I was a paladin. Both kind of looked at each other like,
Undead?
yes.
So ranged
We had a
attack
glorious
is going to
time.
be basically your ranged attack,
Oh
Okay.
my god, your best one.
which is your best one, but you're only doing the one attack. So basically your base
My
attack
+9,
+9 plus it's vermin.
+11.
Yeah, so it's a D20 plus 11.
Oh god, please don't be a 1!
It's a 2. This is your one shot.
I
Do not
ruined
miss your
everything.
chance to blow.
I ruined everything.
Yeah, you knocked everybody over.
I'm knocking everybody over. Wait,
Ah, fuck, dicks. Oh,
Ruined.
he's on the ground.
17.
Yeah. 17?
yeah.
17 touch.
It's a hit.
Okay, what is it?
All right, it's
5d6.
I believe it's 5d6. Do you
Sweet
need 5d6?
Christ
I have
alive.
5d6.
Huh?
I have 5d6. You
So-
need
so
5d6?
does-
Okay.
So do I.
Alright, 6, 12.
13.
That's 20.
13 plus
14,
5.
15, 20.
Oh no, is it?
Yeah. 6,
20, yeah, 20
5.
damage.
20 damage.
It's 20 damage to the spider.
Just running past this thing and just going,
Vermin!
Yeah, so
Oh,
you
actually,
see a
it's.
crack
Wait, no,
of
it's
lightning.
22, because it's also +2 to damage
For vermin.
for vermin.
All right, 22.
I don't like vermin.
So yeah, you do a lot of damage to this thing right off the bat.
I don't like
22
vermin.
damage. So Agatha, what you see is this ranger girl walk up, like very intently to this creature, snap out of it. Out of her finger, a jolt of lightning shoots into the spider and sears into its flesh.
I don't like vermin.
Yeah,
I really don't like vermin. That's a spider.
yeah. That's a snub-nosed
That was
PPC.
numero uno hated enemy.
Yeah. Alright.
Fucking spiders.
Yeah. So you just shot lightning out of your hand.
Mm-hmm.
well, that's not
I think
something you
that's
see
everybody.
every day.
Because
that
I
everybody?
bumped on the head.
Yep. Yeah, that's right. Because
Right.
we took out 2 that round, and then
Your turn.
oh no, Jarek.
Jarek.
Jarek is going to take a 5-foot step.
Combat dodge!
Not as fucked.
Yay!
and then make an attack on this guy.
Good man. Combat damage.
And he fails. Yeah, he.
Elves aren't known for punching.
Yeah, well, he's a stick.
We're sticking.
He's got a stick.
He's trying his best.
He's clearly very tired.
Everyone has an off day, I guess.
Everyone has an off day. Yeah. All right. Did they go first or did you guys go first?
We went first. It's your turn.
Oh. Okay.
Wow.
So this one is now going to turn to face Agatha to try to attack her.
Uh-oh.
And this one's going to try to attack Jarek. Because you attacked him at the back. Oh yeah, battle music from Tales. What is
Thank God it's
Agatha's
not
AC?
Baroda cast.
14.
So that is a hit, and they do
Just not the face.
8 damage to you. So go ahead and mark down your health, so you're at
18 by
18. Alright, and then Jarek also gets attacked, which is a hit, and he takes
Come on, man.
9 damage.
Oh.
Can you mark it down?
He's still okay. He's still okay.
It's okay, guys. Dig a chick with scars.
Okay.
Oh
The
god.
spider takes a step towards Sable, and is going to make a bite attack at Sable.
I said guys.
Alright, what is your AC?
27.
Against vermin.
A lot.
18.
18?
18.
It's 18, really?
Yes.
Guess what it rolls?
What?
18.
17.
Just imagine Pablo's beard like almost touching you.
Here's what I imagine. Like, I imagine the lightning bolt happen, and then it skitters forward and it, like, grabs the bite, and she's just like, ah!
Like, it chomps right in front of your face. You're like,
Okay.
you see, like, large mandibles clamping
She's,
together.
like, not... She's the most graceless ranger.
Alright. That's actually all that's left alive at this point, so... Party's turn.
That's you, Sable. I got healed up, so I'm good. It's a D10.
That's a D10, right? I guess it is.
Free action. Yeah, go save our friends.
Okay.
Wait.
Fix my pauldron.
Wait, I need different music. I need it. Ooh, let's do this one. 1!
Wait, it's your turn.
To roll
Oh, yeah,
initiative.
it's your initiative. You're right, yeah. Party goes first.
Yeah.
Alright, so you are... actually, this is actually like this. You're not totally backed up against the wall.
Oh,
Um,
I was ready. It's okay.
Yeah.
I was prepared.
Yeah.
What is this?
I don't know why that dice is there.
Oh, this was mine. I'm an
Yeah,
idiot.
that was your dice.
Okay.
Did your things go to sleep?
Shit.
I think it just happened.
Oh,
it looks like
just
it's
screen
still
off.
recording.
Yeah.
We're good.
Shit.
Oh, darn it.
Okay, so I did my cool move.
Feed it, Thomas.
Yeah, so you take a 5-foot step back. You have your bow out.
I'm ready.
Feed it, Thomas.
She's like, Thomas, fuck.
Thomas, fly into its mouth.
So +9, +11.
Muscle it.
Shoot. Fuck you. No.
Yeah,
It's 14.
you do,
That's one
it
arrow.
glances over its carapace.
That's 1. +11. Ah!
19?
19.
Yeah, it's a hit.
Ah, yay!
So that one does land in the large center base of its
By the
spider.
way, my noises that I'm making are actual, like.
These are all. This is all canonical.
Canonical.
Alright, 1d8 plus 2.
This is all canon. 1d8 plus 2, so 7 damage. Alright, you have done a lot of damage to this thing.
It's a lot of damage.
Yeah. By yourself, you've easily taken half.
Burn it!
You could
Burn.
use some good old.
And now I'm aborting. I'm backing up.
Now
Like,
it
I
is
was
the
all cool for a
party's
second,
turn.
now I'm good.
Oh, Lord.
Slap and
Who's
see all
up?
those lightning wounds.
Okay, so Jarek is going to turn to this guy and make a trip attempt
Hope you have
Oh, a
lightning
trip
wound.
attempt.
With a stick.
with a stick.
In
Um,
the
and he
event
ends up
of being
failing. He
struck
ends up
by
getting
a
a
bolt
stick
of
in
lightning,
there and ends up dropping
apply
the
this
stick. He's
ointment
not
That's
able
what
to
she
do it.
said.
to your lightning bolt wound.
All right. All right. It is
Party's
your guys' turn. Party's turn. Agatha, Matthew, and Dane.
Wow.
So
right,
you just
right at that
Good
one.
draw.
you pull out the.
Please
draw.
do not hit Agatha.
Is there a risk of
If
hitting
you
Agatha?
shoot Agatha, you
With a
have
one, with
Or
a
you
one.
have
yeah,
screwed
you
With a
all.
basically
one?
aren't able to hit there because you see this wolf's trying to jump up and bite him. Agatha's right there. I mean, if you roll really well, like I'm saying, like you need to roll like 16 naturally or higher, you can make the shot.
If you hit Agatha, I'm just gonna let you know all chances of boning her are off the
It's a very risky shot to take.
It's a very risky
It
shot.
can be
to take.
made.
table. She's like, you already stuck
But you're
me once.
shooting
Doesn't need to
through
happen
party
twice.
members.
What is that? 20%?
20%. I'm a gambling man. No, okay. Fuck. What to do?
I'm pretty sure you can hop over the dead body. It would just be half your movement.
And still take a shot.
If you move over the bodies.
Yeah.
Yeah, you would have your movement over these guys and get like right here and then shoot over the wolf. You would still run the risk of actually
Can
shooting
I
the wolf.
shoot that one?
This guy?
Yeah.
Yeah, you can move like right here, then shoot him.
Then I'll do that then.
Yeah. So like right, 1, 2, 3, yeah, right here. Right?
Move there, and then yeah, that is at a +8.
Yeah.
That's a nat 1.
Okay, roll me just another
Severity?
d20 to
I'm
see
so
what-
glad
breaks.
you decided not to like
7.
7.
Okay, so what happens instead is you pull your you sheath your swords out real quick. You pull your bow out, you start going, and you just trip over these bodies.
Fuck.
You're like, fuck, ah, shit.
Fucking big ass bugbears.
One last pathetic rape whistle.
with each impact.
Dane, you saw the whole thing. It looks super cool. At first, he like flips the swords around, sheaths both of them really quick, pulls out his bow, takes a step.
I had to heal that.
You join this party to like see
sorry.
men improve yourself, and you're
We're
just
all
seeing
sorry. Look at us. We're
attempts.
supposed to be
You're seeing
heroes.
attempps
Oh god,
at heroism.
we are literally the D team.
Sometimes I think about all of our past campaigns, our epic parties, and our like all powerful weapons. And then I see us now. Oh, how the mighty have fallen.
In one of our campaigns, a great character, but they played like a little like crow or even like sort of like sorcerer character.
Yeah.
With a big cloak and everything like that. Couldn't talk, but could only repeat what it's heard other people say.
So it's like a
Carol.
Kenku.
Yes, really, like it was really overpowered in terms of and like very intelligent, but just fucking weird. Like it would not die. It would like walk straight through minefields and shit like that and do like the stupidest stuff, but manage to get away with it somehow. Also would like caw in the middle of a dark cave and get us surrounded by like giant man-eating worms.
Perfect.
Awesome.
And hid in the room, in the corner of her room, when that one character and the dwarf were getting it on, decided to sketch out the whole thing, and showed it to the guild maiden later on. She was like, "That's nice."
Yeah, you know.
It's like, I made this.
So we have Dane, Agatha, Salt, and Pepper left.
I will move diagonally behind her.
Directly behind her?
Yep, lay my hand on and apply shield.
Well, if you're gonna stand behind me, stand closer. Get it and feel it.
Shield of faith.
Alright, you feel a warm shield envelop your body, Agatha.
+2 to your AC.
+2 to your AC.
So your
Well, I
AC
pull out
goes
the Bible
from-
first, and then I'll be like,
Yeah.
you know.
The Bible.
The Bible, the Pelorian Bible.
The Bible.
You know, I'm normally not into chicks, but I kind of dig this.
I'm a man.
Just disappointed, like,
If I was a cleric, just hit someone with the book.
Mocha chop. Alright, so it is
Salt,
Haven.
pepper.
You have your full
Right.
arsenal of attacks with your wolves, and
Focus fire.
alright,
go.
everything focuses fire him.
She'll go first.
So she rolls a natural 1. Give me just a d20 real quick to see like how bad that is.
Or
14. So
Okay,
roll
that's
natural-
not bad.
Raises her sword and like can't do it.
Focus fire.
so what we've noticed is that she can't be distracted.
Yeah.
So what happens in this
Clearly,
one
your
is
warmth
She
is
does really
distracting.
well when she's like.
Zone
You're-
up, but the minute
you're
y'all
like,
get
focus
involved,
fire! You like bring the sword up your double hand swing, you bring it down, just like clank it on the ground, you're like, it's stuck in the ground. Like,
oh, it's
That terrain life down.
yeah, you got stuck in the ground a bit. While you're pulling it back up, you end up for the next round take
All
a
right,
minus
wolves.
to your AC. So, Wolf's turn.
Yay, wolves make up for the fact that I'm a tanner.
Yeah, don't forget, you're a merchant
Yeah.
fighting these
Yeah.
You're
guys.
doing great.
Yeah,
You're doing
so,
great.
that one is going to be a miss.
Okay.
Okay?
one more.
That one is also a miss. Another one. Give me a roll. See, how bad did Salt screw up?
She bit.
So Salt goes down to like bite this thing, and like I guess it misses its own step and falls on the on the feet of these guys. It's kind of like borf.
Salt needs a rape whistle.
So he's borfed out on the feet of this this bugbear.
Borf.
Borf.
Oh,
All right,
I got some climax music.
I believe that's
Did you take a shot?
I took a shot.
yeah.
Top of the
And
round.
Party went first on that round.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So he's not suffering any terrain penalties over this, and he's ended up getting right up next to you again, Sable. And this giant spider's gonna take a nibble at you, or attempt to take a nibble at you. What is your AC?
18.
18. So that is a hit.
It touched you.
Oh, why you got it?
Actually, wait a minute. I got these giant dice.
Oh, yeah,
It's 2d6. So
They're
I'm
about the
gonna-
size of a red cup.
6 damage.
The fact that we all have to turn and see spider damage.
6 damage.
That's a 6 damage plus 6, and then give me a fortitude save.
So that's minus 12.
total.
Hope
and
you
then
like your
14.
recovered decks.
Sorry, Trish,
12
didn't know you were
total.
playing.
12 total, and then a fort save. That works.
Oh God, live. Oh God, you live.
So as you pull back, you end up trying to like get your bow up for another shot, ends up latching down on your arm.
Oh God.
I'm gonna get
And
poisoned!
you feel what looks like venom start seeping into
I
you.
hate vermin! Plus 6.
Don't worry, I can suck it
22.
All right, yeah, you're good. You're good. So any venom
You
that
just scream
might
right
have
him
went
out.
into you doesn't feel like it affected you at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Except I'm down to 18 HP.
And your knowledge as a ranger knows that this would have been something pretty instantaneous from you.
Yeah, pretty
If it
gnarly.
actually was affecting you.
I take a free action to scream out, this could have been much worse!
All right, so that is him. This
Fuck that
bugbear is now going to try to use his foot to kick Salt onto Agatha. Which, as a sentence, doesn't sound like it's what it's actually doing.
But that'd also be very mighty inconvenient.
It's just a little bit of salt on the wounds. So he... Let's see, roll. Give me a d20 real quick.
Beautiful.
Okay, yeah, so he actually ends up lifting Salt with his feet and landing it on Agatha. So Agatha, you're now prone with Salt on top of you. And it lets out a mighty roar.
Roar.
I
And
gotta
it
say,
sounds
though,
like
I
it's-
do love the feeling of
Roar.
fur against my naked skin.
Air
Well, you're
5!
fully clothed.
Well, mostly close.
Well, you're mostly clothed.
Sable air 5s you with the spider on her arm. Hey, I got you.
Hey, I got a wolf
Jarek, failing every round so far, is going to try to make a complete Hail Mary and use the rope that has been on his chain, like on his neck, as some kind of garrote on this guy.
Oh shit.
So
Come on,
he's
use your
going to
elven
make
magic.
a tumble check to get around
Here we
him,
go.
where he succeeds to get behind him,
Oh.
Nice.
And?
I'll play one.
Okay, go for it.
but ends up wrapping the rope around him, but luckily, just in time, the bugbear ends up holding the rope. So the bugbear's occupied, but he's not being choked by Jarek.
Huh.
Yeah. All right. That would mean
Sable top round.
party's turn.
Hey,
Sable,
hey,
you're still the most
hey,
threatened.
Matt. Yeah, you know, it's nice that you're taking a vacation, but we kind of need help here.
Question. Is it initiative or is it our turn? No, it's initiative.
It's initiative roll.
It's a good thing mine was just free action.
But now the one that Jarek's fighting with he's open and available.
Nice.
You know, he's
Ah, it's a 9!
all right. So these guys go first.
No!
Fuck.
So he's gonna try to throw Jarek off of him. So it's gonna be opposed strength checks. Who wants to roll for Jarek's strength? Because this is part. So you want to roll for it? Okay, just give me a d20.
8.
That's an
8. So they
8.
rolled a 15. So he actually ends up throwing Jarek over his shoulder. He's
Jarek's
back.
having a day.
Jarek is having a day.
We're all happy.
He needs a cheeseburger.
Yep. But this guy no longer has his weapon held, and Jarek's now on the ground. This one just tried to kill, through Salt. It didn't work, so he's going to try to turn to Pepper and swing. Ty goes to attacker. What is Pepper's HP? Still 13?
Salt or peppers?
Pepper.
Pepper's at 13.
So Pepper takes 10 damage. So Pepper is not doing well at this stage of the game.
This sucks!
Yep. And the spider's gonna make another attack at Sable. Because that's the only person currently it's squared up against. Your AC?
18.
Alright, so that's a hit. We're gonna do a big turn for spider damage. Oh! 7 plus 6? 13 damage. 13 damage, and then give me a fortitude save, please.
I have 3 HP.
Alright.
Spider was like, alright, my turn.
Your turn.
Plus 6.
That's a 14?
Yes.
Pass. Yeah, you are not affected by the spider's
It's okay,
venom.
I'm dying anyway.
Yeah. Alright, and now it is Party's turn.
Matt, Sable dying! 10 feet diagonally behind Sable.
Behind here?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Cure moderate.
You're moderate. Okay.
God bless you.
Can I borrow a 8-sided die? Thank you. Plus 6. 9. 15.
Oh.
Back up to 18.
Okay, I'm very nice. Thank you.
Oof. So you can make a. I can take a shot while proned, right?
Well, the
No.
relief is
Yes.
real.
No, you can't.
I can't.
You can
No.
use a movement action to get
Actually,
up.
you can move your movement action to get into a crouch position and make a shot, though.
I'll do that.
Alright, so you're crouched. Technically, you're up, but like it'll take another movement to get full standing. But you can like get
Yeah.
up and like kind
Crouch.
of let off
and-
the shot real quick.
Yeah.
Like a quick snap thing. That guy. Okay, Agatha, you know that if you get up with Salt, this guy's going to be able to swing at both of you and possibly kill your damaged wolf. Yeah, because Salt did take a nasty blow to the head.
21.
Yeah, that's a hit.
Cool.
With this one, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
4 damage.
4 damage. So this guy actually, from what you can tell, has not been hit at all.
Okay.
He is Cherry, and now he's no longer Cherry. Okay, so he's out of the 2 left.
You mean cherry or cherry? Because isn't cherry technically like red?
I think Cherry isn't untouched.
Cherry is also untouched too.
Okay.
So Cherry Red, it could be like, yeah.
Yeah, like a collectible.
So in Mech Warrior Cherry
I
is like the
want
red
Cherry.
for the health, but Cherry like is like a
I can get the
cherry
moonshine back.
vehicle is a new vehicle,
No!
fresh vehicle.
Gotcha.
I don't want it.
Alright, so that shot goes off, hits him. Pepper can safely attack. Sable can safely attack. And I think that's everyone available. But Agatha, you can make your move if you'd like, but you know that if you try to get up from where you're standing, this
Do attack?
Hmm?
Do attack?
Not yet.
you know that if you get Salt and Pepper, well, Salt and Agatha up, then this guy is going to be able to make an attack on you.
What are my options? One more time.
So Pepper can safely attack, but from what you've seen is if you and Salt try to get up, this bugbear might be able to take a swing at you. And since Salt is already bleeding pretty heavily, you fear for Salt's life.
Would it be possible for me to push Salt off and out of the way?
Yeah, like off this direction.
Yes.
Yeah. You can have Salt get up on that direction. You're still going to be down, but like that's your whole turn, like moving Salt away from the battle.
Yes, I will prioritize Doggo for this
Yeah.
turn.
All right. You save Doggo.
Save the doggy.
You save Doggo.
And Pepper will still attack.
Pepper will attack. All right, so Pepper gets an attack roll. Yeah, so
Pepper
it makes
gets
an
his
attack
shit
and is not able to get a bite off.
I forgot.
You guys did so good earlier. What happened?
Pepper's down to 3 HP. That's what happened. I forgot. You
Yeah.
lose 10, not you lose 3.
Yeah.
It's at
All right.
3. Yeah, it's me. I know.
It's you. Yeah.
I shoot it.
Twice.
I shoot it twice. Plus 11.
That's 11. The hit.
Okay.
Yeah, total hit. With 11, that's easily happening. Okay, double hit. Yeah, the vermin thing is pretty useful for you right now.
It's bullshit. It's bullshit. What is it? 2d8 plus 4. Yeah. 3, 5 plus 4,
It's
9.
also point
9
blank.
damage?
It's also point blank, no?
I'm already.
Point blank
factored
plus
in?
vermin plus.
I did not
favorite.
factor those in.
You haven't factored in, so you've taken 2 shots at it, correct?
Yeah.
All right, so that's
So that's
add plus 2 to however much damage it was. How much?
So
damage
that
was
was 4. So that was 9.
plus 2, so 11. Damage?
11
Okay,
damage.
so this thing I'm gonna count
Forgot
that as like
about
the
those.
2 extra damage was already there, but he's still alive. You were doing a number on this thing. You were the only one that's hurt this thing so far. It has what 4 arrows in its face,
I don't
or in its
like.
body,
I
and
don't
a
like.
large
I don't like.
lightning
I
multiple in
don't
its
like
body.
vermin. They're gross.
Yeah. All right. Now it is initiative,
Yep.
Yeah.
right?
Yep.
So who went first?
Dude went
Who
first.
went
went
Oh yeah, so
first.
this initiative roll.
All right. Who's the most? You guys are prone, right?
I'm crouched.
Yeah.
You're crouched. So
Well,
maybe
I'm prone.
maybe that's you then. If you can roll initiative for us, roll a d10.
10. This one.
Oh, that's 12.
That's 12.
This one.
This one's 10.
3.
Party goes
Good.
first.
Nice.
Oh, thank God.
Mm-hmm. All right.
I get another shot.
You get another
I'll
shot.
take another shot. I'll take another 2. All right. Plus 11. Ah!
What's that?
That's a
15. So miss.
Hey, I missed.
Fuck. You all went right between the DM screen and the laptop
Here,
screen.
you look.
11. So plus 11. So you have 22 there as a
Okay,
hit.
So 1 hit.
Yeah, 1 hit.
D8. Okay, plus 2.
Plus your
blank.
point blank.
So plus 3. D8 plus 3.
D8 plus 3. Okay.
5.
So 5 damage.
You
Perfect.
said D8. That was a D6.
That was a D6.
D. Never
You
mind.
just roll the D6.
Never
Come on,
mind.
max,
I'm getting
max
excited.
damage, max damage.
It was like 1. All right, so it's plus 3.
All right, less damage.
4.
And- yeah.
I've been here for a good minute and a half.
Yeah, this has been a long fight. I was not expecting this. At previous fights, you guys just clean house. This one's really been going on.
I'm sorry.
No,
I'm sorry.
no, it's not. We're just chipping away. So
I
we're just
think,
like,
I think it was a good prelude that I did 21 and he's like,
Well, also Anthony isn't here right now.
oh yeah,
No, Andy's
21
not
damage.
playing until like a session or two from now.
I'm
He's
sorry.
scheduled.
oh,
All right. So that
fuck
was.
that guy.
You're gonna shoot him?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're able to get in a shot. It's 1. Give me another D20.
Oh.
18.
Okay, yeah. So your shot
Okay.
just goes wild.
Ah.
Yeah, for that one, your shot goes wild.
I'm gonna tell you.
Should I put the Eric
I'll be right
Wolf
back.
theme back
Okay,
on
yeah,
again?
go.
Stay safe.
I'll be fine.
Should I put the Flute Wolf theme on again?
I move 5 feet to next to Doggo, and I'll cure minor.
Cure
You
minor
cure minor, so
doggo.
cure minor-
Not cure minor.
Cure light.
Yeah.
Cure light. So it's a 1d8 plus 5.
To salt.
Plus 10.
So 10 health.
Really?
Yeah, so that maxes it back out. Salt is back up and good to go. Salt is
Salt
also
is
on
back
his
to-
feet, so Salt can go at this
Salt
guy.
is back to 13 health.
Cleric is doing work.
Yeah. She's like, oh God.
This is exactly what we were missing.
Okay, I think she's the only one who hasn't like been healed yet this whole thing.
Yeah, so
Well, hey-
Pepper made his attack, right? Or no, not this turn.
No, Pepper
Um,
and Salt haven't gone.
Pepper and Salt
Pepper
knocked
and
off.
Salt. Yeah, she's prone. Is she able to do kind of what he did? Get a like crouch and then take a swing, or like what does that consist? Or her full turn? Be
So
get
if
back
she
up?
gets up, this guy's going to be able to get an attack off on her. She knows that. But she can also have Salt and Pepper attack right now and then see what
where that
happens.
goes.
See where that goes and then
We'll
get
do
up
that.
afterwards.
Sick 'em doggos.
So they sick them.
All right. I'm not rolling in that direction anymore.
It's a 1
It hit your
On-
cleric.
on the Pepper. So go ahead and give me another roll real quick just to see how bad that was.
God damn
Alright,
doggos!
so he takes a dive and ends up going clean past him and is now facing the complete opposite direction.
What
You
about
just had to
Salt?
reply to that mysterious message today, huh? You just had to fuck us.
And now I need to roll for Salt. You know what?
Prospect of
Yeah,
being
Salt gets
laid.
up. You're like, forget that die. Or is that your roll?
That's
Do you
my
want
roll.
me?
That's my roll.
Prospect of
Way
being
over there.
laid.
13.
You know what? I'm glad we're
13 plus
using
3.
the entire room, alright?
16.
16. You bite into his armor but do no damage.
Yes.
I'm glad we're utilizing this entire room we have.
Yeah, we have a full room to roll these dice and get all this going.
Can you imagine like a inflated like D20 just.
Now Jarek is going to get up while picking up the mace of the this guy's mace that fell on the ground.
Oh my god.
So
But
he's
Blair's
gonna try to
punch
he's gonna
down.
try
Just
to punch.
passing the baton.
He's gonna punch Jarek, which he misses, which allows Jarek to take a nice upward swing at this guy. Hello, jaw. So
Hey.
he's gonna do a nice swing at this guy, and he ends up pulling off 5 damage to number 5. So Jarek finally lands a hit.
Run up there and jet set run this bitch.
Yeah. So he swings the mace upwards and catches this bugbear in the jaw. I think that's all the wolf's turns. I was just thinking, your turn went. Did you go? Yeah,
Oh,
you
wait, wait. She didn't do anything yet.
That's right. Yeah, Agatha can get up now if she likes, but she's gonna take an attack, be attacked basically if she gets up. But if she gets up, she can also make an attack. She just runs the
she'll
risk
do
of
that.
being attacked.
She'll do that.
Yeah.
She'll get up.
Wait, but Salt didn't go. Pepper nat 1, and then we rolled for severity. Salt just got healed. Salt's still active.
No, Salt did attack.
Salt did attack, but and bit into the armor. That was what the roll over there.
Oh,
was.
okay. Fuck.
Yeah. So he gets an attack against you, which is what's your AC?
14.
Okay, so he actually does.
16.
Wait,
You
16
had,
plus plus 2.
oh yeah, then
Yes.
you. He does end up striking the holy shield, and you know that it bounced off of that armor, makes a loud clang,
Oh,
and
that
a
made a
flash of light
difference.
happens,
Made a
I
difference.
Like magic.
Polar's like,
and then you can attack.
Got
Thanks,
some
girl.
profession.
Thanks, girl.
stab
Wah,
it.
wah, wah.
Whack whack.
Fucking, I don't.
Yeah. Fucking nice. Yeah. So that
You
that is a
should do
miss.
dice shaming posts.
You want to switch?
Now
it's an 18.
all right.
every time.
Party
Yes,
went first on that
so
round, right?
huh?
Party went first on that round.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll switch.
So
Oh, cool, the die. I just. Need
this one is
roll
going to make a
that.
punch at
I'll
Jarek
Switch. Maybe it'll feel better.
and misses. Jarek ends up
Yeah.
sidestepping out of the way.
Haha.
Agatha, you're going to be attacked by this bugbear, and he misses horribly, rolling a 3.
Yeet.
And then this spider is going to then crawl over. Crawl over his comrade and try to bite at Sable again. Which rolled 3, so 3 plus 9 is not going to be enough. So it takes a bite, but you've backed up enough. You kind of got this thing figured out, and it doesn't strike you.
Yeah, you say I got it figured out. Wait till next round.
Top of the round.
So now it is top of the round. Initiative.
Alright, who's the most threatened?
Sable.
What do you think?
Alright, fine.
You're being squared off by a giant spider.
Okay.
Sorry, huge level spider. It's not giant.
Damn it, 6.
Party goes first.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Nice.
Alright. The music actually changed for us to upbeat. I'm rushing. I'm gonna back up.
This guy?
Yeah, Jarek.
Yeah. So you charge, attack.
Yeah.
Wait.
Yeah, that way.
1, 2. No, you charge or regular move.
Regular move.
Okay, so you
And
regular
then-
move and run up and do a. Yeah.
Actually, technically, can I get into a flanking position?
With
that
charge.
movement?
With a
It's
charge,
right here.
you can get to a
Up
flank,
here.
which would also give you a +2 from the charge attack and a +2 from the flank.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Yeah.
So it's additional +4.
Yeah.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah, pretty, because the only downside of the charge is you take a -2 to AC this round, but no one else would threaten you because everyone's in front of you at this point.
7. That's an unnatural 20.
Unnatural 20? Okay, yeah, it's total hit. Into this guy's back.
He takes 7 damage.
Is he coming?
7.
7 damage? Alright.
Number 5.
5. Hey,
He's
that's
right.
enough! You cut into this guy's back and he falls forward. Okay. This is top of the round, right?
Huh?
That was top of the round?
Yeah, but we're going first. We went first.
I shoot!
Okay.
I'm losing it. Okay. +11.
So 23.
23.
23. To hit? Yeah, it totally works.
+11.
That is.
Alright,
Oh,
yeah, that
please.
hits. Just fix the terrain, battering the terrain with dice.
2d8
I'm
plus.
So glad you're 1v1.
But 2d8,
Okay.
2d8 plus 6.
2d8
1v1,
plus
bruh.
6.
Because the 2 from
Windrunner
Vermin and the 1
versus
from
2d8 plus 6.
Broodmother.
5, 4, 9,
Michael 6, 15 damage.
15.
All right, this
Said,
thing is
Jet
very
Set Rod
versatile
idea.
aware. If you solo kill this thing, I'll tell you exactly like how much it's at. This is really it's kind of funny how much you've done a number on this thing.
Just chipping at it.
Yeah. It's the difference between solo kill or kill most damage dealt.
She's just sitting there right now, just going.
Yeah, so 2 arrows singing to this
It's
thing's
more
character.
like this. Ting ting ah! Ting ting ah!
Yeah, just kite it.
Sorry!
You gotta kite.
It's exactly like
Dane.
those
A
wild
lot of
fights where it's just.
screaming.
Is taking out, is pulling out my mace like an action?
A minor action if you don't have quick draw.
Do you have quick draw?
No, I don't.
Yeah, it's a minor action.
Can I?
You get a movement, a minor,
Okay.
a stand, and a stand.
I'll pull out my mace.
Okay.
I don't think anybody's seeing this, but I'm very nervous. I don't want to hit anybody, but I'll move 5 foot and I'm gonna try to whack the spider.
Yeah, you move 5 foot into the spider's
Uh-huh.
legs, right in between 2 of its long, spindly legs.
7.
Okay, you miss.
Oh.
It seems that from what you see is you totally whiffed it, but you also know from the battle, 2 arrows just sunk into this thing, and as it reeled back, it looks like if it didn't reel back, you would have totally hit it.
Hey!
Yeah. So you totally play it off, but you're like, ah!
My hands are shaky.
Yep.
No,
Alright.
like my hands are shaky.
Oh,
Okay. Agatha, you go. And then I'll have Jericho after you.
Alrighty. She gon' stab. She gon' stab.
Just
I'll
throw it across
Thank
the
you.
room.
Yes, that's my roll now, because those have been better.
You need a flashlight?
Yeah, it's harder because it's,
It might have gone under the door.
No, it
No, I don't
bounced
think
off
so.
the door.
Is it underneath the table?
My bad.
In your anger. Let's not do dice across the room next time.
right here. That's a 19.
And that
I rolled a 19.
19, yeah, you hit it.
The fact that his method works is horrifying.
looks like
Yeah.
a 19 to me.
That counts. It's 19. That's a total hit on this guy.
Why do your dice like to be abused?
Yeah.
All right.
Maybe
give
it's
me
like a. Oh, this is new.
D8 plus 2.
Throw me.
Don't throw it across the room, please. All right, 4 damage to it. Yeah.
That's a
This guy
D10. That's a
has-
D10.
Oh, that's a D10. Okay.
Oh wait, sorry. This is the ED8.
10
That's
damage.
better.
Nice!
Much better.
Which is a kill.
Oh.
So this time she was
So
like,
instead, you stab into this guy or slash, however you
or
like.
I would
and-
love a beheading.
Oh yeah, you just reel back from a couple swings. Just
Okay,
Right across
question.
his
Does that
head.
mean they're all dead except for the spider?
Yeah.
all that's left is the spider.
You
Sure,
hear
sure.
very clear, help! Help!
You hear a sharp whistle from Jarek, and
Did he pick up
Salt
the rape whistle?
jumps onto the back of this thing to try to
Ah!
bite
Wait,
into it.
no! Be careful. I'm so concerned.
And does not end up getting into its back. It doesn't bite into it, but it is now
Oh, someone
flanking
said-
it.
Someone still has movement.
What?
Don't you still have movement? You haven't attacked this turn yet.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, he attacked. He killed
no,
one in back.
I was the first to go.
Oh, never mind.
I jet set
Alright, all
run
that is
guy.
left is Salt, and Salt can absolutely vault over the dead guy and get to the spider.
Do that.
All right, go ahead and give me an attack roll, please.
Yep. Yep.
D20. Here we go.
Yep. Yeah, you're.
Nat 20!
The abuse has.
Oh!
So Salt jumps over this thing and bites with its sister wolf into the right spine of this spider. Give me a damage roll, please, which is going to
The
be
lone wolf dies, but the pack survives!
1d6 plus 3, please. 2 damage. All right. You're really
5.
funny. All right, so it's still alive, but it does take a huge chunk of meat out of the spider's back with its mouth.
Tastes like chicken.
So,
It tastes just like soft shell crab. It's true. If you
Alright.
fry up a tarantula,
and
it tastes
it
just
is
like soft shell crab.
the spider's turn, right?
As long
'Cause
as
you
it's
guys went
clean.
first.
Yep.
If
So
it's
the spider
clean,
is going to try to reel back to try to get these wolves off of it.
stay away from
And
her.
as it comes back down to see what it can attack, all it sees is Dane. So it's making a nice big bite out of Dane.
No!
What is your AC?
17.
17. Okay, so that's a
Miss.
hit. Spider damage.
Heal yourself!
God damn, I was looking for something I wasn't able to find in time.
4.
4 plus 6, and then give me a fortitude. So 10 damage total.
It's a good thing I got good fortitude.
10.
That 18.
18. So you aren't affected by the poison, but in your arm that you swung the mace at, it almost looks like it's now battling with your mace, but it's in your arms. Its mandibles are in your arms.
Let's finish it.
Why the anxiety?
So right now, to
Let's
everyone
finish it.
else, it looks like Dane is like 1v1 me, bro. You're just holding off this spider,
Let go of the mace.
No.
and it is now initiative.
Go, Dane.
It's me. Can I borrow the... Can I have all the dice?
All the dice.
No.
All the dice.
You need your own set. 4.
Reroll.
7.
Party goes first.
Shoot it!
Dane, you're able to rip your mace out and make a swing if you like.
She won't shoot.
No, you do, at the same time. Go.
Can she take
Okay.
a running stab at it?
Oh, I get that. Yeah.
Jump stab?
Couldn't we, like, let's just balls deep.
Yeah. Everybody, let's make an attack.
Balls deep this shit.
Everyone make attack rolls simultaneously, please. In fact, here, real quick, this is also salt and peppers, guys.
Let's just go. Fuck this thing up.
This is a functional alpha strike. All right, so one of the wolves make it.
I got a 20.
20, so you get into it.
I get, what's 9 plus 11?
20.
20.
It's 16 to clear.
Okay, we cleared.
Okay. So both your arrows sink in.
Oh, look. Second. Both sink in.
Both arrows sink in. One of the wolves sink in.
My mace sinks in.
Your mace
I
sinks
jumped in.
You get that sink in.
Fuck this thing.
Agatha, it looks like you made it, but you didn't.
Fuck this thing.
And Jarek is just standing there.
Jarek's just like,
This thing's dead.
okay!
It had 1 health. It had 1 health. So the reason why this is funny is Trisha, when she was 1v1ing this thing, like while you guys were fighting off bugbears, she took it from 62 health to 3 health. Yeah, so you guys just all jump on this spider, just stressful bash this thing into it until it's lifeless.
Fuck.
And as you survey the battlefield, no enemies are left standing.
I'm just gonna be like,
I'm gonna run up to Jarek after the wiping my mace. Like, are you hurt?
Fine.
I'm gonna use my domain spell of Cure Moderate.
Okay, you cure moderate him.
Oh, yeah.
what's he at?
8.
8.
8.
Wow.
He's back at full.
He's
For
back at full.
domain spell.
Yeah, he's good.
He's looking at him like, where the fuck was
Thank
that?
you. He gives you.
He like
honor.
taps.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm
Gross.
I'm
thick
gonna
oranges.
shaman stick her. Bop.
You bop her with the spear for 1d8 plus 5.
Yeah.
Roll, go ahead and D8.
Don't thank me. I thank your friend. I was the one who found you.
10.
10 health.
I'm like almost full.
Okay.
I'm good.
All right. Yeah.
Is there more to this? I hope there is.
No, that's out of combat.
I limp to the cave.
You limp to the cave.
Agatha, is this your friend?
Yes, this is. He's very like. Am I allowed to step in for him?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
All right. He's very happy to see her. Runs up to her to give her a hug and like goes in for a kiss, but she kind of does one of those like.
Oh! That was in character. She does that. Oh, I like to
Sigh
sketch.
of relief.
And just kind of like brushes it off and goes in for a hug instead.
Damn. Okay, I want to sketch
fine.
the
I'm gonna go pick
bugbears
up my
and
pauldron fragments.
I want sketches of the bugbear and the giant tarantula thingy. Okay.
Yeah. So you
I'm gonna-
totally sketch the.
I'm
bugbear
gonna
giant
cry and
thing.
sketch after checking out the cave.
I think I have someone's blue d6.
That was
That's not
me.
mine.
That's me.
Wait.
Yeah,
Is
that's one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and carve off the 2 front mandibles of that thing.
Yeah, you have 2 large front mandibles of a spider now.
The venom sac thing.
The venom sack's been punctured, and in the battle between everyone's like fury smashing it, just the
It wasn't
full,
fury smashing.
the full
It
stress
was panic smashing. Ah!
Just all of the stress.
What time of the day is it?
You left in the morning, so this is like a little before noon, maybe.
I honestly,
Does Jarek look malnourished, like super malnourished?
I wouldn't say super malnourished, but this is definitely someone who's been receiving barely any food and being forced to train.
Are
bugbears
there
in
more
combat.
of them?
I want to check the cave.
No, that's it. It was just the 6 of them and the spider.
Check the cave.
Let's go further into the cave.
Yeah, you check the cave, and all you find in the cave is that there's a larger section of the cave where the spider clearly was nesting and being fed creatures, and then there is like a post with like a chain on it, which is very clearly like that's where you imagine you put livestock or a prisoner of some kind, and then 6 crude beds, like large crude beds.
Anything about the guild rules of telling the guild about potential dangerous areas? Anything about like guild rules of telling them about potential dangerous areas? Maybe a cave with a spider's nest.
Like, do you have to tell the guild like, hey, there was a cave
Like, hey,
with a
we're
spider
doing
in it?
some adventuring, and there's a cave of spiders here.
Oh, yeah, the cave is empty now, but you can absolutely let them know. Whenever you complete freelance work, a great thing to do is to go back to the guild and be like, hey, so I did this thing.
We'll also update our map and be like,
and you can,
no.
The note cave, yeah. The
Note cave.
Yeah.
No.
But you can do that. You can even, if you'd like, ask Agatha if you can write a letter of reckoning. Like, this is a thing that happened in town.
The Nope Cave.
So they can send out emissaries if they like to verify it. You do find a chest inside of the cave. Like, in what would be the nicest of the beds, you think would be their leader, there is a chest at the head of it.
Detect magic.
Do your thing.
It's a mimic.
You fucking.
It is a regular chest.
Okay.
It's a.
We open it.
Over there.
You got.
Oh, you gotta wait for the ding.
You gotta wait for the copyrighted music.
Stop it. Maybe it'll come to life that way. You don't fucking know.
Not Zelda with an X fucking fun.
Zelda. Dude, that's back in Zanga days. Oh, when I had a Zanga. Oh, I had a Zanga. I had a
We
Zanga.
had a Zanga.
Huh?
We had a Zanga.
We had Zanga, dude.
It's old school.
Alright, I hope
Is
this is
not
one.
copyrighted? Yeah, super copyrighted.
Alright. And inside of the chest, there are those items.
Sweet. Oh, gems.
Okay, 100 gold coins,
All right.
6,000 silver coins, 4 alchemist's fire,
4 alchemist fire.
holy water, smother stick,
Smoke sticks.
smoke stick. Sounds like this
You
is
burn
new.
it. You burn in a fire, and it creates like a large plume of smoke very quickly.
Woo!
4 alchemist fire, 1 what, and 1 smoke stick.
Holy water.
1 holy water, 1 smoke stick, a masterwork heavy shield, and a blue gem approximately worth 60 gold in value. Which I know because I can appraise things.
Masterwork
That's
shield
just a
and
2 pasted notes together, so I didn't get the sticky.
60 gold worth of.
Blue gem.
Just a blue gem that's worth about 60 gold.
What kind of shield is it?
Masterwork heavy shield.
Heavy wooden, I believe. It says heavy wooden. So it's a masterwork, means it's like it's made.
It
well,
says
but
adamantine.
far. No,
No,
it
it's
says
just-
it
it
doesn't
looks
give
like
any bonuses.
adamantine to
It just
me.
means it's made exceptionally well. So it's like has ornate gilding on it. It's very clearly well made.
Yeah, it just says masterwork heavy shield.
Something
Doesn't
we
say
can
what
just
it's
sell
made
away?
out of.
We also
Yeah,
get a
it's
bunch
more
of
expensive.
dimes.
It's a dime. That's actually a thing that's in it. Yeah, can you put the gems back in?
Yeah.
So one of the things I do
Silver
here, I can show Haven this. Whenever we're
I
doing
like
a live
this.
session,
I like this.
I give them so that way they can physically open a chest.
I like
and
that.
it looks kind of like there's gems and coins inside, and then I write whatever the loot is for the dungeon, so that way they actually get that physical. feel.
That's
Will
cool.
I
I like that.
automatically just see the holy water, like recognize it?
Yeah, you recognize this as holy water.
If you'd like, I'll hold on to that.
You take
It's
that.
not labeled as like
Yeah,
the
but-
holy water, but
Man,
it's a nice like clear crystal bottle with like a cross on it, so
But man, I'm thirsty.
or a holy symbol of
What is a holy
of a
symbol?
good god. Pelor.
Oh, yeah, you can take it.
This is an extreme thirst.
All right, so you take the holy water.
Yep.
You want me to just hold on to
The rest. Yes.
the rest? I was thinking the money because I've been doing that.
6,000. What is that?
6,000 silver. Jesus Christ.
Well, I think we should clear the site. Maybe go a few. We can probably make back to the cabin, right?
You'll probably buy an inn.
Just have it in.
All right, 100 gold. All right, I put that in the wallet. 6,000. 4 alchemist fire.
Now, for you guys to know, as well. Each of the bugbears were carrying wooden shields and wearing just plain leather armor, and all had morning stars.
One of them is missing a head.
One is missing a head. Also, all 3 of them were not carrying them, but you also find 18 javelins in the cave.
You guys are.
He's like tired. He's like, all right, I got my javelins.
Yep.
So whatever you want to keep, that's what you're able to keep. But that's what was in the cave.
Yeah,
You
we're
got the
taking
armor
all
on
of that. I'm
Okay.
also taking the head that
So
she
the
severed.
leather armor is fucked. Like it's not.
No, I'm just talking about the javelins and the head.
Okay, you can also take the wooden shields are fine, and the morning stars are also fine.
Do you just want to sell the morning stars?
If anyone's not needing, we can just.
Okay, morning stars, javelins, and the head. The severed
How many
head.
morning stars?
6.
Agatha, how
you guys
feeling?
can figure out. I'm not worried about like the carrying of.
Agatha, how are you feeling? Do you feel hurt, injured?
She, in the midst of all the fighting and the heat of the moment and the reunion and all that sort of stuff, kind of was unaware of the fact that, or forgot that she did in fact get wounded. I'm solid, but I'm holding. I'm fine. I'm okay. Guys dig scars, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna cure minor. Oh, cure light.
Your lighter? Okay.
That works.
8.
8, which takes me up to. Actually, it takes me right back up to max. So
Perfect.
it works. Perfect.
Also, magical healing closes the wounds and removes any potential scarring that were there, so you're back to perfect health.
Oh,
Just
I
like
mean,
it
thank
never
you.
happened.
That reminds me.
I'm pretty sure you're a woman in your complexity.
I've been castrated. I can grow back. I'm castrated.
A woman with your complexity shouldn't need scars. Also, I'm a man.
Thank you. She gets me.
Also, I'm a man.
Huh?
I'm a man.
Excuse me?
Actually, yeah.
I know,
I will
right?
take this moment to flip up his robe.
Agatha, revealed to you is very clearly what men's
A
underwear
bulge.
means,
It's a
and
bulge.
there's a bulge.
It's a bulge.
I mean, I'll say not bad.
All right, can you roll a D10, a D8 plus 2 for
If
me?
you would like to take the regular
Oh,
dick
it's
size,
D8.
A D8 plus 2. See how big you are.
What is it?
Hey, you're a solid 6 inches. Nice and average.
Nice and average 6 inches.
I'm gonna roll for Sable's dick size.
The Fuda? Our rangers of Fuda?
I'm 9 inches.
You're a 9-inch Fuda bit.
Just kidding.
Rolling for what's his face?
For Jarek?
4. That explains a lot.
He's an
Oh,
elf.
dear Lord.
He's an elf.
He's an
You.
elf. Pretty, but clearly he's a little
Let's go
short.
before we lose
It's
life.
average for elves, no?
No. It's fine.
No.
Anyway, so,
Let's leave before we risk running into more.
yeah, so your party does not have difficulty getting back to
She'll go ahead and
Jarek's
cut off another
cabin.
head, take it with her.
Yeah.
She's like, this is bragging rights. Not every day, a girl like me gets to kill one of these.
I'm taking
Guys
it- I'm
come up
actually
to the
taking-
bar all hoity-toity, look at me, I'm so manly, slap this on the table and be like, bitch, what?
Yeah, I actually I'm taking one because the magistrate or the local guild will want to know this was roaming about.
When we get back, I'll actually create food.
Alright, yeah, so you get back to the, it's early afternoon by
Oh,
the time
yay,
you
Grace
get back
slopped.
to the cabin, and Jarek takes a little bit of rest, eats some food, and then goes about repairing his home.
His problems.
Yeah, all of his problems.
His
at home.
life.
And he also
Sorry.
lets Agatha know that, it's like, hey, I'm sorry I didn't make it to my delivery. I have a lot of my stuff is ruined, but here's what I have. He shows you a few bits that he has, roughly like half a dozen pelts that you could sell.
Okay.
Or
Gotcha.
finish preparing it and selling.
We should report the cave to the guild.
I marked it on my
Are you
map.
sure you guys don't want compensation for anything? I still have, the 35 gold I set aside to...
No, this is plenty. I'm thoroughly done with today.
Yeah,
I reckon.
I'm done.
I
Which is
can't
why we
thank you
can
guys
help.
enough.
No problem.
Yeah, I'm good.
And no need to fill out any papers at the guild. I'm pretty sure since we already just did it, there's no.
Does he wear any, helmets or armor or anything like that?
Well,
He has
shattered
He has a
pauldron.
shattered pauldron. Like it's like you were discarded of the bone at this point, unless you want to bag it later for it to make.
No,
whole.
I did bag it.
You bagged it for later. Okay,
Gonna
but
make whole.
he has. What's your regular armor type? Was it leather?
Huh? Well, yeah, it's actually.
There's like a leather cap, basically leather wearers wear.
I will say, if it is no trouble, you may hear from a guild member of a recommendation for us. If you can kindly give us a recommendation.
Oh, absolutely, of course.
You
Okay.
also know that when you hire guild people, you could also just simply write a note with your own seal as a merchant.
That's what that looks like.
Okay.
Except the difference is his pauldron had at that point. What skull was it that I had on there? It was
Was it the
that
Amber?
wolf. No, it was that wolf skull I had.
Okay.
That was the goblin writing.
Oh, the dire wolf skull.
The dire wolf skull, and I'm actually now going to add the mandibles to that. When you make hole, I'm going to add the 2 side mandibles.
Okay.
Make
You
it
know
look
that
really
you could
fucking
simply
gnarly.
just write them a note, and you also know that Jared's Place has the material to write, basically like bills of sales and things like that. So you could write a recommendation for them right now.
She'll go ahead and start writing that.
But yeah, no helmet.
Roll.
7.
That's 9.
She tells you that, hey, I'll come see me later.
Okay.
So you guys
Yay.
receive basically like a letter of service, functionally. Most people who've hired adventurers know, if they've hired adventurers before, that adventurers will ask for some kind of like letter of service or like, hey, we did this thing. Can you, by like sworn
Can
testimony,
you sign this
basically,
for my community service hours?
something along those lines, basically. Yeah, saying that you did this thing. And the guild emissary, when you get to the guild, they're like, hey, give us a gold and we'll verify. So you know when you turn this in, the guild will recognize you as credit for completing a freelance quest and be verified to the guild.
Excellent.
Burritos.
All right.
So I guess we head back. Or Agatha, are you coming back to town, or are you going to stay here?
She decides that she'll stay and try to make sure everything's suited up with him. That everything gets patched up. Things are back underway, and that he's okay. She says that she'll probably be back at shop within the next day or two.
We'll be here for the next week and a half. We'll still be in town for the next week and a half. So if you ever need
couple days.
our assistance, just give us a holler.
Absolutely. If you guys want to, come by anytime and help, you help around. I'll see if I can, because I know I said I'd try to treat you guys with some, pelts and things like that.
Oh yeah, we can probably trade services. That'd be great.
And we can all get a drink sometime if you want.
Oh my god, I could just fucking drink.
I know, right?
All right.
What was your
Do you want
character's
to
name
come up
again?
with a name for
Huh?
your?
What was your character's name? again?
Matthew Greywind.
That's right, Matt.
Do you want to come up with a name for your shop,
Um,
or I can make it for you if you like?
let me think.
I'm hung like a horse.
Okay.
What is your roll?
8 plus 2.
Well, that's what that roll for you was earlier. The 7 plus 2.
Well, I'll take it. 9's still just as good as 10.
At a certain point, it's too much. I will let you know.
Fine.
Cervix punch.
All right.
We have back to town.
Do you have a name for your shop, or do you want me to put one on?
You can put one on.
All right. So she calls her shop the Amber Hide, and she lets you know generally where it is in town.
Owner of the Amber Hide.
That seems horrifying.
Pokemon.
Hello.
Hey,
Pretty good.
Yes.
There you go.
Okay.
Death galore.
Death galore, who's died?
Well, we didn't.
We did. Thank
And we
God.
almost lost
No
Salt and
one
Pepper.
That's in case she has a
Nice.
reoccurrence and I'm not here.
I don't know who
Yeah. Yeah.
That could
Oh,
be
yeah,
an
that
interesting
happens.
exchange.
That happens.
Yeah.
Fascist?
Hey. You know me.
What? I called him
How you
fascist.
doing?
That's what I did.
All right. So you guys head back to town. It is
okay.
entirely uneventful. You know the way back. By the time it gets to nightfall, you're walking right back into town where you're at. You left for hunting, and in a way, you successfully hunted.
Yeah, again, walking straight up to the guild and being like, fuck that thing.
Yeah. So late hours of the guild, you get there. They're about to close up shop, and you're just like, I have a thing.
No. It's not I have a thing. Who's closing up?
There's just a typical clerk. Like it's not.
Is like the door about to shut?
Yeah.
I put my foot through that door. And I'm like, no. I pull out my map and I drop that head. And then I show them the 2 mandibles.
Sorry.
The look that you get from this person is the like. They know that this is their job to deal with meathead adventurers, and they hate the fact that you're doing what you're doing right now.
I'll like push him away. Like, I'm very sorry. I know I'm sorry, but just want to report this to you, and we do have a letter, and just
Sable's just gonna like kind of like lean over from behind him and wave.
take him with a grain of salt.
Oh wait,
I'm done.
Wait, I forgot.
Very
and then
tired.
Matthew's
man.
gonna look at them and like, oh, I'm sorry. That incredibly rude of me. I throw like 10 copper. There you go.
Like on the ground in front of this guy.
Just like slam it on the counter.
There's no counter. You're like at the door.
Oh, at the door, I'm like,
It's a gold. You need like 90 more copper. Don't roll the 90 copper.
I kind of like click
You
and
even get the
slide.
copper. She's holding her money.
Without saying a word, this guy just opens the door and starts going inside and starting to light. It's like lights a lamp near the door.
so done
You
with
get
it.
an idea that you don't know how many clerks work in this office for the Adventuring Guild, but you've not made a friend tonight.
That's fine.
Please
Once
have a
again, just hi.
Thank you, and please have a great night.
Yeah.
We have to work
This
on
is
your
our thing
chat.
right now.
I'm not getting locked out of
You
fucking
come in,
guild house after
you
tonight.
leave 10 minutes later. You can tell that this guy did not process you. He just simply wrote down, like, this all happened, and he tells you to throw out the head. He does not need it.
Paylor, help me.
Is there a trash can in there?
No.
Cool, I chuck it in the corner.
Of
Actually, no, you know what? He said throw it out. I place it like next to the door.
Like outside or inside?
Outside.
Alright. Alright, that's fine.
I'm just gonna light my pipe and like...
Yeah, so that happens. I'll go over what happens briefly in the morning. When you next go to the Adventurers Guild, you do get a bill for a silver for cleaning.
First of all...
For cleaning the head.
Once again, click.
Yeah, you
It's
receive
okay,
a-
we
you
just
receive a
earned
cleaning bill.
6,000 of them the other night.
You do receive a bill.
That
Now,
sad click slide.
let me very quickly
Thank you for
find
the
out
invoice.
how much experience you get for this.
That was a lot.
I hope a lot.
She's like, bitch, I sold a spider. A giant fucking spider.
Alright,
1v1 mid lane.
or
Broodmother
good here.
versus Windrunner.
Yeah.
Ready to get there? Congratulations, everyone, on the successful hunt and saving.
Yeah, we'll
Jarrett.
call it successful.
Everyone's full health. Everyone's fine. No one died. So you get 500 for the session as far as experience goes, and then for the combat you get 1,125.
What?
1,125.
So total XP gain is 1,625.
1625.
Yeah,
1625.
1625.
1742, guys.
Is that where you're at?
1742. I'm at it too.
You're at 1742. Okay,
1742.
perfect. So you're level 5 at 1,742 XP.
I will make whole the pauldron.
Thank you. I'm also gonna add the mandibles to it, so...
I'm gonna go ahead and buy arrows. Can I
Oh.
just deduct the gold for it?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, go ahead and let's do some maintenance. But real quick, let's end the recording.
Thank you, Haven, for
Thanks, Haven.
joining us for a session.
Aw, yeah.
What have I got? I can be manly again.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks everyone for listening. I don't know if we're going to be doing a YouTube video for this, but if we do, thanks for watching
Well,
as
yeah,
well.
because we didn't stream, so.
Oh, are we just overlaying this on?
Yeah,
there?
it'll just be an overlay.
Okay, perfect. We're overlaying it, and thank you everybody for your
Thanks,
time.
guys.
Take care,
Next
guys.
Thursday.
Arigato gozaimasu.